Wow. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Zeitgeist, the Gears of Revolution and Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, coming to you right now. I had something I was going to say, and now I can't remember it.
And that's a lie if they're watching on YouTube.
Okay, well...
No, it is coming to them right then. While they're watching
but it's already happened, so they're late.
As far as they know, it hasn't happened.
And it is coming to them from the servers of YouTube.
Anyway, I'm Redbeard, your dungeon master for this evening. With me,
Hi, Redbeard.
With me, as always, is Sam playing Jack.
Remember, as children of the 80s and 90s, in these trying times, that we were not promised a bright, shining future. We were promised an oppressive cyberpunk dystopia that may or may not be post-World War III.
We were also promised flying cars, though.
And jetpacks.
Yeah.
Where's my jetpack?
The 30s and the 40s were also promised flying cars, but the problem is flying cars are a terrible idea.
They really are.
The jetpacks aren't?
Oh, they are also.
I've been reading John Dies at the end, and there's a quick reference of, like, he also has burn scars on the back of his legs. He says it's from some sort of firework incident, but I think it was because he tried to test out a jetpack.
Yep. You're welcome.
Catherine is next playing Mina.
I've got nothing. My brain is absolutely fried after the last 3 days. Let's play pretend.
James is playing Iltheri, the toddler.
No, I'm... So, as it turns out, we looked back at the race that we created, and I had said reaches maturity at, like, 3 and lives to be 20. But what we put on the document was reaches maturity at 12 and lives to 60. So I'm now 15.
Happy birthday!
Man, you got a lot of cakes to catch up on.
Does this mean we need to get you 10 presents?
Nope.
Wait.
Oh, also,
some sort of weird bird Hanukkah?
Some sort of weird bird Hanukkah is now the name of this episode.
Yep.
Carter played Koku.
Your fun fact for this week is that the Welwishia is a plant native to the Namibian desert, native only to the Namibian desert, which is strange in that it is a tropical plant. The reason why a tropical plant is native only to the Namibian desert is because the plant is older than the desert.
And it survived this long?
Yes, it's an incredible plant.
Evolution
It's actually-
is a hell of a drug.
It's actually older than the Atlantic Ocean, because fossils of it have been found in South America. It looks like a weird short stump with two impossibly long leaves coming out of it, wrapping itself around in dying tendrils of itself. It's very, very cool looking.
Looks like a plant that hasn't evolved in several thousand years.
Oh, far more than that. Individuals of the species are said to live 1,000 to 3,000 years. The species itself is at least tens of millions of years old, probably much, much older.
Wow.
It's a very cool plant.
Also, if we're calling this episode some kind of weird bird Hanukkah, I expect a present in every downtime scene.
Fun fact, Hanukkah presents are a very modern tradition and only practiced among a few of the tribes.
Well, this is a very modern fantasy setting.
Alrighty.
I mean, more modern than those plants, so yeah.
I bring this up because Kaya is sitting next to me and we don't do Hanukkah presents.
Fair enough. So last time on Zeitgeist, we completed a major milestone of the campaign. We finished the first act, of which there are 3. And
if it's not too much to ask, could you, like, recap the major events of the act?
Sure. Yeah. So the first chapter was the island at the axis of the world, where the party went to went to Axis Island to stop a more or less a coup attempt by the Duchess of Shale, the king's sister, who was trying to escalate the war with Dinar again, basically. And that's the first time the party met Liagier and Azerby Varal and several other key figures that have come up over time. And they opened the sea gates for the Navy to swoop in just in time and sort things out. The second chapter was the Dying Skyseer, where the party met Navarj Sechem, helped assist him to the top of Cauldron Hill, where he saw his visions. They investigated the murder of Nilasa Hume and discovered that she had discovered the Obscurati's involvement in some things in town, and ultimately led to the discovery that the mayor was involved with the Obscurati conspiracy, the mayor of Cloudwood.
That was the mayor of Cauldron Hill.
Cauldron Hill, sorry, yeah.
There's a lot of mayors.
Yeah.
And confronted him in his manor, where they discovered what witch oil was, and sent some, if I recall, diverted flows of witch oil deeper into the mountain, and felt a rumbling from within the mountain on doing so.
We either sent it deeper into the mountain or we sent it into the lake, and I genuinely do not remember.
I believe you sent
did.
it deeper in because that caused the mountain to rumble because Born was getting too much oil.
Whoa, spoilers.
See, it's all been connected this whole time. It's not just making it up as it goes.
Chapter 3, Digging for Lies, was...
Question.
yeah.
Necro Jaguars?
Necro Jaguars.
Necro
yes.
Panthers?
Those were in Chapter 2. They were...
That was in response to Sam saying it's not just making it up the whole time. Making it up as we go along. I'm like, I think Necro Jaguars are the sort of thing you end up making it up as you go along.
It was Necropanther because we found out it was an actual thing.
Yeah, we found out it is a band.
I thought we also discussed that they're the same animal.
Definitely,
Yes.
but Panther
Definitely
sounds
prefer.
better.
Wasn't Necropanther also a magic card?
Necropanther is a lot of things. It's about the Necropanther.
Necropanther can be anything. Yeah,
Don't try to
Necropanther
define Necropanther.
is a card for my Coria.
Chapter 3, the party discovered that there were interplanar beings that were appearing in town, and upon going further to investigate, led them out of town to the Temple of Apet, where they found out that the Obscurati had discovered something within the temple, and were barely able to escape with their lives.
Oh no, I died. I did
Barely
die.
able to escape with their lives.
No, you
Able
got
to
marked up by a
escape
big
with-
snake god.
With 3 of their lives.
The company, when they got back to town, they tried to confront the man they believed who was involved with the conspiracy, Bergeron, but he had been killed by that time by having his brain extracted, which was a similar death that had occurred other places. Turns out their contact, Meredith Zambria, had been possessed by one of these creatures from another plane, and was causing major distortions in the town to try to return back home with an army. They were able to stop the creature, by unfortunately killing Meredith Zambria, but saving her soul and hosting it within Jack's body.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 4, after learning about the Obscurati and its existence, they found out there was a meeting that Caius Bergeron was supposed to be attending, so they infiltrated a train ride to the meeting and discover what Obscurati agents were on the train on the way. They narrowed it down to Luc Gier, who, when they arrived...
Oh, you cut up just a little bit there. We narrowed it to...
Luc Gier.
Oh, he didn't cut for me.
Me either.
Then arriving in Vendrise, saw that Luke was meeting up with his sister Laia, who seems to be possibly involved with the Obscurati plot. Luke was designing a lantern that could re-emit planar energies. They acquired schematics for the lantern before escaping barely with their lives back home.
It didn't die then.
And
Not yet.
along the way there, they also did stop and see Ashimta Shimtu, the demon.
Ilferi does not die at this time.
The demon with a secret.
It's coming up, though.
And then this was Chapter 5, Cauldronborn.
I died before this. We confronted Leah Gier and Luke Gier and a whole bunch of their mooks, and then Leah killed me.
Yeah.
And then Ashima Shimtu brought me back.
Yeah. Chapter 5 was Cauldronborn, which we just completed. The party was tasked with rooting out the Obscurati in the town, figuring out what was all the building materials in town had been diverted to, what project. Also rooted out the Thieves Guild, who was a pawn of the Obscurati, it seems. And their leader, Kel, Lorson
Kel.
Boo, hiss.
They also met up with Alexander Grappa, who had been in the Obscurati facility and seems to have had a hand in making sentient golems, such as Born the Colossus, who was discovered within the facility and unleashed into the world. Then, with the help of the king, banished to the Dreaming, so that the Fae will have something to deal with. And
Along with Koku.
along with that banishment, Koku was taken as well. And that's pretty much where we left it off. The party was knighted by the king. And their renown has grown further.
We also maybe accidentally bullied the king a little bit.
You did. Y'all really did.
Just a little.
It's like, I'm not here. I can't stop this.
I stand by my actions 100%.
I stand by my actions like 70%.
I took actions.
You participated a little.
For anyone who missed this, basically the king was like, man, it
Being
sure
a
is
hard.
unlucky that I had to be king while there is, a massive plot ripping holes in the universe and then a giant ripped its way out of a hill in the middle of the city. That's... Yeah,
and we
that's
said,
probably
boo-hoo,
not-
go cry in your money.
yeah, basically. And then these three chuckle fucks decided to bully him for the next 15 minutes about it.
It was not that long.
Anyway, here's the knighthood. This is gonna make this next part real awkward.
Recorded us after that, so I'm not gonna stop.
Why
Yeah,
are you booing me? I'm right.
no, he's just trained you. You're gonna keep doing this.
Yup.
Rewarded
You
bad
do
behavior.
not give a treat to the cat when it claws up your couch. Also, I saw a video today that said, yes, I know I am a blip in the universe, but if I'm just going to be a blip, can I be it on a yacht? I'm just saying.
No, I think this knighthood might actually, could potentially be a punishment because now we report directly to the king. Don't.
He's seen the amount of respect I give that station, so it's up. I
It's probably
can't
more
wait
of a
to see.
symbolic thing slash. I mean, he did basically put you on call for like if any shit goes down with the obscurati.
Also, based on what happened the last time the four of you were in a room together, having Aiden be your direct reports is more of a punishment for him than for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Really? You can't get someone differently qualified to do this?
It's like, I'm the king.
I wasn't prepared for this. Oh, boo-hoo. And
you
we
weren't
were?
prepared for espionage? Okay, most espionage doesn't end with holes in the fabric of reality, but...
I'm not prepared for this. It's my vacation. I'm not prepared.
But speaking of vacation, it's time for some downtime. So where do we start?
Want to start light and breezy?
Well, I think probably one of our first orders of business might be to send off this emissary to the unseen court.
Yeah, that would make sense. That was the thing that Aiden said he was doing, pretty quickly last time.
Wow.
Mhm.
The extent of my notes. We're in the real world. Bourne has escaped. Captain Rosalind Taylor. Bitch.
That seems about right.
Yeah, isn't that the Denoran who was like, hey, do you want any help? And you were like, fuck off.
Yes. She insulted me at a party, and I'm not going to... No.
What, you don't give the cat a treat when it shits on your Wheaties. Yeah, I get it.
Same. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose the trouble thing can kind of happen at any time, or not at all. Like, it's not that important.
We'll get
It
to
is
it, I'm sure.
fun. Yeah.
We have to get to a Trouble scene. Troubles is the best character in this entire game.
Definitely.
And I think I'm gonna try to just intersperse news clippings as we go here.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Some of the dates on them might be a little off, but I mean it'll all sort itself out.
Can you make it spin in like a Batman cartoon?
No.
Oh. Well, then is it really even a news clipping?
You tell me.
Yes, it is.
Just spin your monitor for a minute.
It's a laptop.
Best I could do is
A laptop that makes it even easier. Pick up the whole thing.
Best I could do is kind of wiggle it around on the overlay.
This
Cauldron Hill has been interdicted by the Rasuri military. The side of the mountain is in flux, sometimes showing a hole that leads to the Bleak Gate, sometimes solid rock. Soldiers have been equipped with magical weapons from the nation's vaults to combat spectral monsters that emerge each night.
Curses.
Sports on page 7.
So
Everywhere has sports, James.
Ilferi,
Now I need to invent
you've
Docker
been part of you volunteered to be part of the team that's going to go to meet with the unseen court.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have a wide presence on this continent. But at the very least, the king knows of a place that you can get to that is not too far. And is probably like somewhere in the like eastern jungles of the Reeser.
For
slash
lack
Bear
of a
continent.
better word, is it like a perpendicularity to get into it?
No, basically he's going to have to transport you here using a similar method to what he used to send Born away.
Mhm.
But then you'll have to travel on without any aid of trains or anything.
Oh, curses! No trains. Oh god! I turned into a giant fucking bird. Eventually.
Well, it's not just you. You're going to be sent with some dignitaries.
Mhm.
You've got to bring somebody who's going, a message from the king.
Yeah, basically. So it takes a few days to kind of get provisions together. And we'll just say it takes about a week, I guess, to get everything together to go. You know, things go a little slowly in politics.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh, that spell, by the way, is concentration for an hour. So as long as within an hour I end up within 1,000 feet of Koku, it should go off.
Okay, cool. So let's say trying to come up with a name for this emissary.
Geraldine Partwright.
Emma, Sarah.
You guys,
Scrody McBooger Balls.
you guys are really helping.
I mean, Emma's a name.
Emma Stone.
Emissary Emma.
Yeah.
It's not her fault her mom named her that 20 years before she got the job.
Maybe that's why she became an emissary.
Damn it, I was making the same joke.
All
Maybe
right,
her full name is
fine.
Emissary
Hey,
Stone.
Geraldine
And it had to be
Partwright.
short.
Geraldine
I
Partwright was
said-
a perfectly
I said
fine name.
Emma, Sarah.
I feel like Pardwright is already somebody.
Yeah, it's the name of the university. She's part of the same family. That's why she got appointed to be an emissary. You don't get appointed that-
Nepotism.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, canon. Emma
Emma
Pardwright,
Pardwright.
emissary to the unseen court.
To be fair, she's actually good at her job. Like, nepotism got her foot in the door, but she's qualified.
I mean, yeah, she could have done whatever she wants. This job doesn't pay shit. She did this because she loves it.
She's a half elf. And
Just
you
trying
know,
to find
within-
a place in this world.
you guys got like a horse each and a pack horse with supplies.
My brain just like smushed together horse each into just horsey. You got a horsey.
All right.
Are we all
guys-
going, or is it just Ilferi?
I'm not. Mina is
anybody
not
who wants
going.
to go.
I don't think Jack has time.
All right. Well, there you go.
The Fairy Rescue Squad.
All right.
Featuring only Ilferi.
Emma, hey.
Emma has her own job.
All right. So you guys set off. You've been in the Dreaming before, maybe a few times, but you haven't. I don't think you've traveled around a whole lot.
No, the most that I've really been in the dreaming was like for a couple days when I was really young. Other than that, it's like a trip, like a visitation where I don't go anywhere at most.
Emma says that she's been here a few times and knows the route to this meeting place pretty well, but it will take a few days travel to get there. And along the way, she kind of gives you like some tips about like how to avoid like pestering any of the little pixies that flit about, or
They'll steal your penis.
Just step on them. They like that.
you know, how to get lost, or like it's interesting being here for especially after a few hours here. Like it really does feel like you're dreaming. Aptly named world. And you just kind of find your thoughts wandering and sometimes manifesting in strange ways. Like, you know, you might be thinking about a certain tree that you see off the way, and then it like might shift or like change colors or something as you're thinking about it. And she comments something along the lines of like, oh, it's usually a lot more active along here. You're usually seeing a lot more of the little folk flitting about here. It's strange.
Well, there's possibly a couple explanations for that. Well, there's one major potential one, and that might be they're dealing with Born.
Yes, that seems likely.
And then I cast Locate Creature.
Okay.
At the first mention of like, hey, things aren't quite as populated as normal.
Trying to... I'm trying to keep in mind like how big 1,000 feet is.
I mean, a football field is 300. So.
It is a fifth of a mile, I believe.
I have no idea how many feet are in a mile. Our system sucks.
Hey, it got us to the moon.
It's 5,000 something.
It's 5,280, so it's about a fifth of
Okay.
fifth of a mile.
Cool. And it lasts for how long?
An hour.
Okay.
Per day.
Okay. So, and you can do it once per day?
Yeah, it's my 4th level spell.
Okay. So the first day you try this and no luck. You do not sense the presence of Koku. You guys continue on your journey, and every day when you feel like you notice something odd, or if Emma mentions something that seems out of place, you try it again, and doesn't seem to pick up on anything until maybe a week into your journey. She says like, or you both notice like it's like completely still. Like the trees aren't moving as much. You haven't seen any fairies in a while. And just something feels like off in the air. And you activate your spell, and you can sense Koku to the southeast of you.
Emma, we're gonna have to take a detour. But you knew that already, that would happen at some point, right? They did inform you that one of my group is here.
Yes. The I was informed. As long as we can more or less stay on schedule.
Well, she's southeast of here, 1,000 feet or less.
Oh well, let's go then.
And we rush off in that direction.
And as you get closer, you start to hear you feel the ground shaking a little bit, and you hear thumping. As you get closer, you hear grinding of gears. You smell witch oil, smoke in the air, and then see just a pillar of billowing smoke coming from a clearing. And then you can see it, Born towering over trees. And
Well, this is likely it.
and you can sense Koku nearby.
I make a beeline straight
Alright.
for Koku and, well, I guess Koku and Born, but Koku specifically.
All right.
Because I can. Let me just double check that spell. I sense the direction it is,
Mhm.
and if the creature's moving, I know the direction it's moving.
Okay. Koku.
Yes.
So you made a decision to cling to Born as you transition from the normal world to the dreaming.
Yep.
And upon
Poseidon is just having a great time over there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that was picking up.
oh yeah, definitely.
yeah.
I
Oh,
thought,
yeah.
I thought it was
Sorry.
Kai or
I thought
I
it was
thought
Kai
it-
or Dulce.
Yeah, I figured it was Kai or Dulce.
No.
No, he does this when he's annoyed at me because I forgot to take him out. So I was gonna wait till this scene was over and then I was gonna take him out.
Okay. That sounds good. So it was very slow going, Koku, for you to establish a connection with Born. He seems almost completely mindless in just that he doesn't seem to have any thoughts aside from instantaneous observations. When you talk to him, he might look at you, but only because you're making funny noises.
Right.
And upon arriving, he, within a pretty short amount of time, he starts wandering. He never really stays still very much. And I mean, you were in the middle of the bay when you both materialized, and he begins walking towards back towards or across the bay, arriving in some trees in the jungle, away from where the city of Flint would be. And you spend some time. I mean, I'm imagining you have like idle conversation with him, maybe trying to teach him.
Yeah, I would be talking with him as much as I could, because even if he's just reacting, hopefully I can get through some amount on some level. And even if I can only penetrate a teeny tiny bit, hopefully I can build on that, is the idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, similar to how you treat an infant.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Koku.
So it's pretty slow going, but he does stay on the move. Assuming you just kind of ride along with him, and he seems to accept your presence, especially after given a few days. And your talking to him he does seem to appreciate having you around.
Good. It's a start. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking to him, and if we start noticing or coming near any settlements, I'll try to convince him to steer away from those. But hopefully, we just won't come across any.
Yeah. Yeah, and in fact, you hardly see any sign of life at all. You don't see any other creatures. Similar to how I described Hill Fairy, your thoughts do seem kind of floaty. I don't know if Koku dreams or not.
I think we
Koku's
established
dream of electric sheep.
I think we established that she dreams on the Calenduran, but I don't think we've established whether or not she dreams off of it, of something magically influencing her dreams. I don't know.
Yeah, so she would definitely recognize this feeling from the Calenduran, and just kind of the way that thoughts wander in a dream or morph in interesting ways. And she's able to. I don't think Kogu needs to eat or anything, right?
No.
And if you do need to sleep, then you're able to just kind of rest on Born's head, or he wanders little enough that you'd be able to catch up with him if you needed to rest for a little bit off.
Yeah, at the very least, I can use some spells and catch up to him pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. So it's been about 2 weeks by this point when you hear a familiar voice breaking through the clearing that you had been resting with Born in.
Koku! I know you're here nearby.
How far away is Ilferi? Like, how far away is the voice?
Less than 1,000 feet.
Fair enough.
All right. Ilferi, I'm over here.
I mean, I don't need the sound of Koku's voice. So I just, go straight towards it. Or straight towards Koku.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Not that
probably
Koku
be
knows, but-
on Born's head, so it would be pretty easy to spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What with the Greg Davies sized golem?
So we catch up to them, and is Born moving around and stuff?
Yeah. He's just kind of idly wandering, picking up trees, just kind of, chilling.
Okay, as they catch up, I will make my way down Born to go meet them.
Cool.
So, are you both okay? Did this do anything to you?
I seem to be okay. My guess is that that the protective shell that Zeodor built to contain the witch oil is also keeping me stabilized in here.
That's a relief. Well, I'm here to bring you back because I wanted to rescue you in the first place. So this is the next best thing.
Koku hugs Ilferi.
Oh, the furry hugs her back. You're a team member, and I've been too mean to you.
Well, I'd say you've made up for that now. She looks over. She looks over at Born. I'm going to have to come back. We've started making some progress, but he seems to be safe for now. And looks around at the, stillness and lifelessness. It doesn't seem like he can do too much damage here.
Well, I'm sure we can find a way back. Honestly, I'm here with an emissary. This is Emma.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
And
We have a whole thing going on here, though.
well, we might need to arrange coming back here to manage him anyways, as part of our emissarily duties. Ilferi does not know that word.
Emissarial?
I don't even know if that's... Ilferi doesn't know if that's a real word.
I don't know if that's a real word.
I don't either. I'm guessing that would be the form it takes, though.
Emma's just nodding along like,
yes,
not close,
emissarial
but
duties.
continue.
Yes.
Not close, but continue.
I got a bird brain, okay? I decided not to pick up the headband of intellect to increase my intelligence by 10.
Damn, son.
Well, it increases it to 19. And I'm done.
Yeah.
Right. So, there might be a way to get you back via the Fae, or the King can send us back. Also, we've been knighted, which I think includes you, and maybe Zeodor. We didn't find that out. He didn't talk to us after the knighthood. But the reason I mentioned that is it might come with some privileges.
Mina is not sharing that with Theodore. He's got to earn it his fucking damn self.
You left me.
Well, I was thinking of Koku in a sense, like the king may be treating Koku as an extension.
Oh, Koku
of
might.
Zeodor.
That's fine. You said or possibly Zeodor, and that's
No,
what Catherine was reading.
No, what I'm saying is,
they're going, and Zeodor doesn't get to be a knight.
I was thinking that the king might treat Koku as an extension of Zeodor, since it's his creation. Like there might be something there. It's weird.
And we did establish that technically Koku is a motorcycle.
Yep.
So that might come with some privileges to ask him to send us back, because that's how we got here in the first place.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Well, I'm sure I will need to talk to King Aiden after all this. Anyway, I would like to get out of here, though, actually. It's weird in here. I don't like it.
That's the general gist of this place. I mean, I like it, but I guess I could understand why you don't. Maybe? I don't know.
It still does feel off to Ilferi. Like you don't love it here, but I mean you might like it here, but
it's different. It's
it just feels
he's not uncomfortable.
raw.
He doesn't dislike this place.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we have to do emissarily duties with Emma, and then I guess we'll go back.
Right. I'll come with you. I have more experience with Born than anyone. I can explain the situation. And she's going to call up to Born. Born!
And he turns and looks at you.
I'm going to be gone for a little bit now, but I'm going to come right back. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to come back. Try to stay near here, okay? Near here.
Hold
You
on.
can
We're
wander,
endangered species.
but near here, okay?
He looks at you very intently.
That's as close to a yes as we're going to get.
One moment. Could I cast plant growth to make like very bright flowers that look really weird?
Sure.
So I'll do that in like, let's see, it's range 150 feet, but it's 100 foot radius. That's big enough for him to like move around a bit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I could even do it. Well, if I cast it over 8 hours, it would be a half-mile radius, but I'll just do it in the 100-foot radius. So I'm just gonna kind of make like he's not fenced in, but like a very clear border of interesting things for him within 100 feet.
Okay, cool. I like it. So yeah, you cast the spell, and as the plants start to sprout from the ground,
You've
he,
made
like-
him a sensory garden.
yeah, he does seem very interested in it. He like wanders over and just like starts like grabbing some of the flowers and like putting them up close to his eye, and then like puts
Putting
some
him
in his mouth.
eye.
You make him a little mobile in a tree.
Oh,
And
it's they have like really powdery pigments too, so like he's
Mm.
gonna end up colored. Like
Ah, yes, we've
painted.
all seen Encanto.
Exactly, yeah, it's gonna be like that.
No, we haven't.
Well,
We haven't.
I was also thinking about the pigments like that they use in
Okay.
that.
Everyone
Don't
else on the
assume.
planet has
Fair.
seen Encanto. Holy-
There's also the Indian celebration.
Yeah,
I can't remember
holy,
what it's called.
Holy.
holy.
Yeah, that's also the imagery I was thinking.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they were supposed to do that.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah, that kind of powder paint is also popular in, I think, Indonesia. Because I know you can get it really easily in Australia because it's popular somewhere near there.
And
Mhm.
white people at color runs.
Yeah.
So yeah, he does seem distracted, and just like seems to be like following the like circle trail that you kind of made.
It's the Fey. I keep saying Feywild. That's all right. It's the dreaming, so I could probably make him like regrow, like fast regrowing circle of plants.
Sure.
By the time he gets around to the end, the first part's regrown.
Yeah, and it's different this time too.
Piece of
Wow.
flour. Ooh, a piece of
Yeah.
flour.
Sure.
All right, that should keep him occupied for a bit. Let's go. Let's see, how long does that last? Forever.
yay!
The effect is instantaneous that it makes those plants exist.
All
Plant
right.
growth is a great spell.
We'll see how long the regrowing aspect of it lasts. So yeah, you two are able to you head off. Once again, from here it's probably like more due south. Oh, right here. If anyone else is on the map. Wham. So let's say you guys set off from Flint. Oh, that's not the drawing tool. Kind of like this, and then you like diverted a little bit for them, and you're now like probably headed more like this way. Whereas
Oh,
like,
so we were a ways off from the city then, huh?
oh yeah, like you had gone like this because you kind of cut right across the bay.
Oh, I thought that this was the Bay of Flint, and that this was a separate, much larger bay.
That might
That
be
was
correct.
the read I got from
but
the map.
regardless, you'd also crossed this bay.
Cool.
Within probably another day or two, you arrive at a small town situated in the trees, kind of built like of the trees,
By the trees. For
By
the
the
trees.
trees.
It's like Kashyyyk on Star Wars.
Not exactly, not like tree houses, just kind of like
Tree houses, not like houses in the trees.
right,
Houses
trees,
of the trees.
right, like it seems as if like trees like grew into like shapes for the sake of like cover and whatnot.
I'm pretty sure that happened in the Aragon series.
Is it? I don't remember.
I think the elves were like, we can grow trees however we like,
Yeah.
with songs.
Yeah, something kind of
Mine's
like that.
I made a tree girlfriend.
That's just
That's
not holding
lonely,
a tree.
We don't talk about lonely Jeff.
Not lonely anymore.
Making it worse, Jeff.
And when you arrive, there's some guards. Emma steps forward. My name is Emma Pardwright. I've come on behalf of the King of Reeser to seek emissary with the Unseen Court. And she shows them like an official looking seal document. They let you all pass. They're definitely eyeing Koku warily and like as if she's about to attack them, or just like they seem very, very annoyed just looking at her.
Yeah, I imagine that there's enough Fae present now that I'm somewhere with like a lot of living things. There's enough Fae presence here that's making me start to feel weird.
Yeah.
Messing with my clockworks.
Yeah. But you're shown inside a building that just has like a table and some chairs around it, and at the head of the table is a an Eladrin man that you haven't met before.
Not Asherby.
It's
He's
not
an elf,
Asper.
right?
He is an elf.
Sorry, I can't remember. Are Eladrin and elves hard to tell apart except for their eyes?
Their eyes glow when they cast spells. This is how you can tell an Eladrin apart.
Okay, but other than that, they're like pretty similar looking.
Pretty similar looking, yeah.
Okay. Just trying to remember.
You can usually tell by how smug they look.
This guy looks fairly smug, and also his eyes are glowing.
Well, I think this is where Emma takes the lead. So,
she walks in. Kurandar, I come on behalf of the king to bring you warning of recent events that have transpired. I'm sure you've gotten word from your people that there has been a disturbance here in the Dreaming. It was a necessary precaution taken by the king to prevent international disaster. that he has transported a large mechanical man into the dreaming, and at this, like, the man's eyes, like, glow, like, deeper, and he eyes Koku directly.
Well, this isn't the one in question, and also it doesn't seem to mean anything harm. It's just kind of, it likes the plants.
From what I've heard, it's destroyed a swath from here to Flint. Trees and creatures are put out of home, and it irritates us to be near it.
The creature's name is Born. He doesn't intend harm. He has no concept of what he's doing.
Whether he intends it or not is irrelevant.
Well, then you can take comfort in the fact that he is doing far less than he would be had we not rescued him. He wasn't.
I have to take this up with the rest of the unseen court, but my initial feeling is that this is an abuse of the power that we grant the king.
The king's actions to send Born here have resulted in reduced destruction, not only in our plane, but also to the dreaming as well. Born was created as part of a conspiracy that would have destroyed not only our plane, but yours as well.
How do you figure that?
Our planes are so closely tied together that the destruction of one means the destruction of the other. Besides that, the organization that created him are kind of bent on destroying everything, it seems. By moving him here, we've removed their control of him. Almost completely, it seems.
It's difficult for us to explain further because so much of the information is still highly classified, you understand?
So, what do we do with him?
Distract him. He likes pretty flowers and trees, apparently. He probably likes fairies, even if they can't touch him.
I would recommend keeping your citizens away from him for now. I've managed to make some progress in being able to speak with him, and I will return regularly to continue my work therein. With time, I believe I can establish full communication with him. At that point, hopefully we can find a solution that is amenable not only to you and to us, but to him as well.
I'd say that it's would be impossible to consider a thing like that as thinking or capable of anything, really, but you are also an anomaly, it seems.
There's actually a few more like her as well, so it's less of an anomaly than you'd think.
This age of technology wears on us.
We are in a time of flux. It will bear many new things. Myself and Born are among them, and there will be more. If we work together, we can make sure that the new things are good for everyone. but
now,
it will not be easy.
For now, I will carry word of this and your king's intentions to the unseen court, and let them decide if any action needs to be taken. It's likely that they will want to speak with him in person, though I do appreciate at least the courtesy of coming to speak with me as soon as possible.
I'm sure he'll be able to come here as soon as things calm down a little bit. This situation has caused a bit of a multinational
Kerfuffle.
not quite a crisis, but it's out of the ordinary.
It's not a crisis.
We're not quite at Crisis on Infinite Earths. We're like Crisis on 2 Earths.
That was also an event, so yeah.
We will carry your message to the king, and I'm sure you can expect to hear from him very soon.
Very well. Feel free to take any supplies you need for your journey home. And stay the night if you need.
Very much. Could I perhaps, I don't know if this is something you'd be able to do, but actually, I'm gonna go a little on the DM question. Could something be fashioned where I could carry 2 people as a giant eagle? Like, not
bucket
like
seats.
like, for transportation purposes only.
I think what you've got now is...
I guess we do have to worry about the horses anyways, so that wouldn't really work.
What were you trying to...
I was going to carry Koku and Emma out as a giant eagle.
out?
Like, I fly faster than the horses go.
Oh, yeah. But I don't
But I
think
guess-
you'd be able to fly that fast with 2 people on you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, never mind. It was just a thought.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Also,
between
I'm
the-
having trouble imagining even a giant eagle holding 2 people in any configuration, really.
I was
only
thinking-
claw.
Yeah, I was thinking like
Don't need a saddle then.
basically- Well, no, it wasn't gonna be a saddle. It was gonna be like a swing, like those porch swings that I could carry.
Hanging around your neck?
This sounds more and more
No,
like a Jackass
on the
song.
claws. It's
Yeah,
great.
I hold
love
it with
this.
the claws.
But you would have to drop them at some point to land.
I don't
I
think
set them down and then I land. But no, you're right. I would be.
Hey, I don't
too
think that's
encumbered.
standard. Like, oh yeah, we got one of those in the back.
No, I was gonna ask if they could make one because they can like grow things into how they want. Like maybe that's something they could craft quickly. But you're right. It would slow me down, and also I can only do it for like 8 hours every short rest, and then we also have our horses. Like,
Yeah.
it causes logistical problems.
8 hours every short rest. Like, you rest once in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
But-
I wanted to pull that sentence back as I was in the middle of saying it because 8 hours per short rest is a lot.
Yeah, it's like that's.
But it
that's
was
just
like
you take a lunch break is what
when
that
it was like
is.
2 hours every short rest 4 levels ago.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway, Koku will say, "I am aware of the discomfort my proximity causes you. So I will rest outside of your settlement."
He looks fairly relieved. I appreciate your consideration.
the tangential. I don't know the word tangentially. Kind of related.
Go on.
Have you heard anything from Azrubi? I gotta actually say his name properly here.
As it be for all.
Yeah, he was helping us with this situation, then he just kind of like left.
I heard word that he passed through here not too long ago, but he didn't stay long. I think he was headed to port.
I don't know, he found a girlfriend or something. Like, it was weird.
Girlfriend?
I don't know.
Did he have
Girl?
a woman with him when he was traveling through here?
Yeah.
Last time we saw him, he was carrying an unconscious woman.
We'd had word that he might be with his wife, who had been missing for quite some time.
Yes, that connects those dots nicely. Thank you.
Did he have a... How old is he? I'm just curious if he's like Fae immortal thingy or like just happens to be working for the Fae. Since he seems really detached from reality in a lot of ways.
You could... I would
The
certainly...
sound is killing me.
Sorry.
No, it's great.
He sounds like I'm trying to play a song with menu sounds.
He is several centuries old at the very least. Born after the death of the goddess.
Hmm. Yeah, he just...
87 bird generations.
Birth generations are longer than we thought, as it turns out, but still pretty short. So, yeah, I don't know. I want to know more about why he's so
That's an ass ruby.
unlikable.
So, you seem to know... What do you know of Casper Arena?
She was kidnapped by the Obscurati, I guess?
That would explain much to me.
Also, the Obscurati that's trying to take control of this robot that we've sent here so that they can't control it. So, I guess more evidence that they want to do harm to the dreaming in a way.
Very interesting. Casper Arena is one of the few remaining Eldrin women after the Great Malice. But she was unable to have children. She has had many husbands over the years, and I believe Azerby to be the most recent one. They'd always been very against the human race and its innovations, and the fact that you've been able to work with him at all without him killing you is honestly astounding.
Oh, he tried once already. When we first met him. And then he's realized that we're actually trying to help things. I guess.
Well, for the past few hundred years, he's been working with the Unseen Court and has been of some assistance in matters of state.
Maybe I'm getting a little too personal. Do people here like him? Like, or is he as unlikable here as he is in our plane of existence?
He is abrasive and can be rather direct, but I think a lot of that stems from just how he views humanity.
He's also no good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
That
Is he
tracks.
straight edge? Does he like drink or do drugs or anything? Is that what's going on?
Just
Uh,
crystal meth, but everyone does that in Fairy Realm.
It's not
He
often.
Fairy
doesn't
Realm is
know
just West
tangent-
Virginia.
Tangential, but he knows straight edge.
It's not often that.
Oh, straight edge. I got charisma and wisdom.
You
It's not-
lived with pirates.
It's not often
Yeah, I
that.
guess that's true. I don't know. Like he's heard the word. He's applying it and hoping it works.
It's not common for those that make it far into statecraft to have such vices.
All right.
Publicly.
I think
No, Koku doesn't say that. Jack would say that. Koku doesn't say that.
You would.
that's something Mina could fix. Mina loves getting people drunk.
You're saying you're saying that like he needs vices. Like, oh man,
Yeah,
this guy
maybe
has so few vices. We should get him some.
Dude, you're not an
Yeah.
alcoholic? It's so fun.
Maybe he'll be more relatable.
No, that's not how alcoholism works.
It doesn't have to be alcohol.
Hey, Pepper, it's in the name.
Exactly. Or like we could get him a gambling addiction.
Have you
or...
tried Heroin
This-
Hero?
Has he met our gambling friend who's very lucky?
You chase
Exactly.
this purple dragon, but you never quite catch it.
We just need to find him the right vice that makes him fun.
I feel like this whole conversation could just be responded to with the one line from the Lonely Island song that is just not better.
Not better.
Right. Well, I think that's everything
Oh, that's from... Go ahead.
we came here for, and then some. So we should go get some provisions and head out as soon as we can. When is the king expecting us back? He's the one that brings us back, right?
Yeah, I think you have. I mean, it took you about 10 days to get out here, so let's say the rendezvous was at 24 days, just for wiggle room.
Okay. I can't remember. How many days are there in a week in Zeitgeist?
I think they're standard weeks.
Okay. It's just like 6 weeks a month or something. I'm trying to find the calendar.
Calendar's towards the end of the thing. Divides the year into 4 91-day seasons.
Okay.
91-day
91-day months, basically, because the months are just seasons.
Yeah.
I just found the calendar in Foundry. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking for.
Yeah, so it's 13 weeks in a season.
They're all labeled FS. Are there like days of the week, or is it just this day in this season?
Yeah, I don't think they really use weeks.
Gotcha.
Or, I've never seen
Um,
mention of
Weeks are inferior, Fryman. On the moon, we only mark seasons.
Right. So we'll just grab our provisions that we need, which is mostly just like food and water, stuff for the horses,
Mhm.
and then head out.
Alright. Oh, there's
Yep,
the calendar.
I will head out of town and I will wait there until Ilferi and Emma get back to me.
I
I will head out of town until I stop feeling weird and assume that that's probably far enough that they don't feel weird.
Unless
I think
there
it's
was
different weird
anything.
feelings, though. Sorry.
Yeah. So you guys get provisions. You stay the night. Start heading back. On the way, you pass by where Born had been. And you do see like a trail of color like leading like to the southeast. But he's probably only like an hour or two like in that direction.
Is there like a trench where those flowers were?
Yeah, it's like been worn down, and then like you can just see like smatterings of color all over the place, and then tracking him down, you just see he is like covered head to toe in splatters of pigment.
Well, that should make him even easier to spot.
And when he sees you, he comes running towards Koku.
Born. I will use Meteoric Rise to launch myself up to him. I assume that's how I've been getting up and down.
Sure. And he catches you and puts you on his head.
It's good to see you again, too. I'm going to have to leave for a little while, though. I'll be back. Don't worry. I'll visit you regularly. But I'm going to have to go. I've got other work I need to do. But we're going to keep you safe, and we're going to keep you here, okay? Good job. Okay.
Do you have any like lessons that you can leave with him?
While you're gone, while I'm gone, can you work on these worksheets?
Really, he just needs someone to talk to him. What Born needs right now more than anything is a friend.
I have an option. Hold on. Let me just take a...
I'd say I'm all ears, but I literally don't have any.
Hold on. I just need to kind of look at a spell really fast. How... He's larger than huge, right? He's like Colossal Plus.
Yeah, that's not even a size class in this version, and yes.
Yeah.
Whatever the biggest one... I mean, whatever the size, like, a boat is. Like a large boat.
Approximately the size of a boat.
Are we really back to the Lonely Island that fast?
I remembered it was the Pirates of the Caribbean song. The line I was thinking of was from.
100%. I knew exactly where you were. Michael Bolton, hell yes.
Talking about Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
I could make him a friend. A tree friend. As long as he promises not to hurt it.
I don't think I can. I don't think he can make that promise. That's a little too much thinking for him to be able to understand. I think he could. He might be able to understand that it's a friend. I'm not sure he would be able to understand whether or not he was hurting it.
What about don't touch? Talk, don't touch.
She is like looks at the swath. I can try, but I can make no promises.
I mean, it'll be able to defend itself a little bit. It defend as in like run away.
You are creating a being just to give it terror. Turns out Ilferi would not be harmed by the amulet of pure evil or whatever.
I think it's worth a try. He likes plants.
I certainly think it's worth a try, but I'm not aware if a tree can even feel pain.
Oh God, I can! I can!
As it turns out, I certainly can give it that ability.
Can you not give it that ability?
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna find the biggest tree I can, and by biggest I mean huge size. It can't be bigger than that.
There are trees that big and bigger.
Cool. So I'm gonna take a huge size tree, and I'm going to cast Awaken on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna use the Staff of the Woodlands in this case.
Okay.
I'm going to, while he's doing the spell, I'm going to do my absolute best to convince Born that tree is friend, not food.
No, because it took us, you said 10 days to get out there, and we had 24 days.
Yeah, so
Right.
you've got a couple days extra.
Emma, we may need to stay here for like an extra day. We have the provisions to do that. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, we'll have to make pretty good time on the rest of the way back, but
Yeah, we can manage that. We can make better time, like make a little bit of haste on the way back. Okay, so I'm gonna awaken a tree.
does the staff account for the material component?
I believe so. I believe if a magic item is casting the spell, you don't need to supply the material component.
Wow.
Because this takes half the charges of the staff.
Well, yeah, but that's still a 1,000 gold material component.
Let me just double check.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff is
Uh,
dumb.
And remember, it's listed as a rare item. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, we're treating this as my very rare item.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Because it is absolutely dumb busted.
Okay.
I'm just double checking.
Because this is all also with the promise to not use Awaken over and over again every day.
Hey, let me just throw in one more thing that makes it busted. No, it does not have a material component. Also, Awaken has an 8-hour spell casting time. Unless I
Is
use a
this
staff,
as an action?
it's an action.
Holy shit! I thought it was like a scroll where you don't need the component, but it still takes as much time. Holy god!
Wow.
Get busted.
Instant tree friend.
Yeah, the Staff of the
You-
Woodlands
you
allow you to
say-
cast the Awaken spell as an action, super speeding the spell's normal casting time of 8 hours.
You just run up with the Staff of the Woodlands, knock on the tree. Hey, wake up!
All right. All right. So just for the sake of moving things along,
Mhm.
So you waken the tree, and Born seems intrigued by it.
Intrigued.
He goes to like grab at it, and you guys are able to
Gentle.
talk him down to being gentle.
It's the same thing I do with Kai and Dulce.
Yup.
And after maybe a few hours or a day or so, you're convinced that he can coexist with the tree friend, who you instruct to take care of him, and then make your way back to the rendezvous point to return home.
Cool. Yeah, like, this is your friend. He's gonna be with you. Treat him nice. Very delicate, like Koku.
All right. And I think if we're done with that, we can take our break here.
Cool. I gotta walk beside him anyways, so
Alright.
if I'm not back when we come back, like,
Yeah. Well, we're
There's
gonna do
plenty
some
of scenes
stuff
that
with
don't
Angelina
need-
while
Yep.
you- yeah.
Yep.
All right. Back soon.
Should we start with our coffee date thing?
It's up
and
to
then we
you,
can
I
kind of
don't-
roll from there.
Sure.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hey, we're back.
Oh shit.
Meanwhile,
At the Hall of Justice.
yeah, well, that's what you call your office, I guess.
No, we don't.
So Mina and Jack,
See that girl popcorn left?
you've just come back
the Super Bowl.
from yeah.
What are you doing
exactly.
next?
Exactly. Oh shit.
I'm going to Reeser World.
I'm going to Rock Rackus World.
No!
Hey, I'm Rock Rackus. Check out my giant penis. It's gold.
I was gonna
I
say
dipped it in gold.
he would absolutely have a golden statue erected to his penis in his theme park.
But no, you've just survived certain doom. I imagine you go home and take a long nap. But you still have to report for duty. You probably maybe get a day or two of rest, but
I'm gonna say Mina's probably gonna sleep the whole thing.
there's gonna
yeah.
be a bunch of paperwork that's piled up on your desks.
Yeah.
I am a lady. Don't I now have people to do this? I will demand that people call me Dame Mina Peacekeeper. Thank you very
course.
much.
Jack walks into the office, pours a shot of rum in Shrivel's
Pot.
pot.
Shribbles, who seems to be making some headway on the paperwork.
That's right. Okay, thank you, Shrubbles.
Thanks, Shrivels. Jack will also work on the paperwork.
Mina will also work on the paperwork.
Troubles. Who had been making some headway on the paperwork.
Are you trying to ASMR writing?
Yeah, I'm foleying.
I gotta be honest, from this side of the mic, that's pretty good writing, Foley.
I'll have to listen back on Twitch. Hey, Jack, what day is it?
Today is the...
They gave us 2 days off, but like the day after tomorrow, we're supposed to have 2 days off. Do we get those 2 days off, or are we supposed to work through the weekend?
Oh no, I just show up and don't show up.
Okay, day after tomorrow, meet me at Sipiano's for coffee, okay?
Okay. Do you have a time in mind?
Yeah, like 6 a.m.
That is very early.
Okay, 7? 8? 30?
Yeah, I can do that.
Fuck.
8:30, 2 days from now.
Yeah.
He's late.
8:45, 3 days.
8:45, 100%. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, you're not wrong. Jack walks in, he's got like a black eye.
Tried out those, wearing those new jeans that he's discovered.
Yeah, he's got his new jeans that feel very good.
I push a cup of coffee across to him. It's getting cold.
Jack just like double fist pours cream and sugar in this thing.
It was a Baron coffee, just so you know. Shot of whiskey.
If I'm gonna drink something, I want it to taste good.
Yeah, right, but it had a shot of whiskey. Has a shot of... I'm letting you know.
Oh, that's gonna be gross as hell. Cream and whiskey.
Coffee,
Ooh.
coffee, Irish cream, and whiskey. It ain't bad. You just gotta drink it fast before it curdles.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
It's better than that swamp water we had.
Okay.
The literal swamp water.
Yeah.
The literal swamp water was okay. It's not anymore. I've grown out of that taste.
Anyway, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just thought it'd be nice to have coffee with some. Nobody has coffee with me anymore. Coco can't drink coffee.
Well, you never asked. So.
I asked. You're here. We were kind of busy before this.
Yeah. Think you could make me a revolver?
How much are you willing to pay for it?
What's a high-end revolver cost?
For me to make it, or for you on the market?
For you to make it.
About 150. It's gonna cost you 300 if you buy it from my dad new.
So 150 if you make it.
I'm saying if you go to someone, anyone that has already made this thing, it's 300. If I do it out of the kindness of my heart, I can do it at cost, which is 150.
Well, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't make it. And I'll pay you for your time if you wish.
Oh, thank you. Anything special?
No, honestly. I just need it to perform well. I'll have to rune it and engrave it myself. I've got some new ideas. After the events of the last few months, I feel like our opponents, enemies, what have you, are only getting stronger, so we have to
People on the other end of our
pace.
guns? Sure.
Exactly. And if we run into anything like more of those automatons that I can't hurt with magic, it would be better to have 6 shots in the chamber than 1.
Yeah. That's why I have 12 shots in the chamber. But yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. As soon as you give me, it's gonna take me like a month. Not a month, because a month is a season. We just established this. It's gonna take me like 30 days. It's gonna take me like a third of a month.
That'll work.
I think the
Jack.
slang for, or I'm trying to remember. It says something about like
Jack writes her up a slip that'll transfer the funds.
Stop. I
Okay.
don't take checks.
The most common celestial rhythm is cycle of the moon over 29.5 days. People might say something happened a month ago, but the individual months are not named.
Oh, hey, cool. Yeah, I can do it in a month.
That seems reasonable. Anything I can do for you?
No, my Saturday mornings are just boring now. And I love my dad, but Saturday morning, he has this like magical music box that plays this ridiculous band. And then he cleans while he listens to the music.
Is it like the same song every time?
It's not the same song, but it's like the same, I don't know, dozen or so songs every time.
Mm. See how that would get old.
Louis Hewis in the news.
Oh yeah.
Poseidon is standing in like power stance on the couch staring at me.
Can we get a shot of this?
If I can take a
Take a
picture
picture with
without him
your phone.
getting distracted.
Yep. No, I just used to come here and talk about shit with Theodore, and Koku can't drink coffee, and I don't know if Ilferi can drink coffee either, honestly. I don't know how Beak and coffee work together, and he's never seemed interested. Plus, I don't know how he feels giving money to Cipriano by buying coffee here.
It might explode his heart.
So, plus he's not here. He's on a completely different plane of existence. I asked Delft one time, and he said that that's blurring lines. Whatever. So it left you. Congratulations, you're last on the list, and you showed up.
So I'm your 5th choice?
Out of 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're my 5th choice.
Really puts things in perspective.
You've never once asked me to do anything with you ever either, so it's not like this is news to you. I've got to be 5th on your list.
Zambria's voice in Jack's head. To be fair, at least you beat Troubles.
Yeah, then.
That's what you and Zeodor usually talk about.
Stuff. Schematics and how to build things. Do you want me to show you how to put together your gun? From scratch?
Well, that'd be good to know.
You will not retain 1/3 of it, but sure, come here.
No, but I'd have to do.
I pull out my notebook and I start showing him all of the stuff in great detail. Do you pay any sort of attention?
Yeah.
Did you bring a notebook?
She jots a couple things down.
Okay.
They have a lot
Yeah,
of
Jack had to know like basic
Yeah, I mean, he knows how to
maintenance
work
and
a
stuff, of
flintlock,
course, but
but I'll have to learn how to
as far as like the
how the cylinder rotates and all that jazz.
like as far as like the construction and foundrying.
Yeah. Do
Think
you
it's
smith the
important?
parts yourself, or do you order them all? Or
Some of them, most of them we order. We are the craftsman side of it, not the production side of it.
I guess that makes sense.
All right.
Can I get a wood handle?
Yeah. What else would it be made of?
I don't know. Something fancy.
Ivory.
You asked. I mean, you asked for the expensive wood, but the expensive is in the work that I do, not in all the ornamentation. Plus, you said don't make it too fancy because you have to do the rune work. So, like, I was not expecting you to ask for ivory or anything like that.
Ivory was also where my head went, but I'm not General Patton, so
Exactly. Because we definitely know who that is. I read his book.
that's
I know that's the other part of that, but that's the line that people know from that movie, so shut the fuck up.
okay.
Thank
I
you.
love you.
I'm confused.
Magnificent bastard, I read your book!
Thank you.
It's such a good line. It's such a good line.
I understand it's about Rommel. That's not the point.
I love you.
Make the handle out of whalebone and then you can scrimshaw in the runes.
It
Ooh.
would be neat.
Scrimshaw's fun. Find me a dead whale and sure.
Nah, I like wood.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Gross. Anything else?
You don't like wood?
Didn't say that. Not having that conversation with you. Anything else?
Anything
This
like-
is buddy coffee date number 1. I am not having that conversation with you, buddy date number 1. How old are you anyway?
17.
32.
32? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, at least it's not gross.
Nah, war just makes you look older.
Yeah.
How old are you?
At this point, 27, I think. It's been over a year since we started this.
Hey, look, a coffee house cat.
Look, coffee house cat. Hi, let go of his leg, please. Hi, coffee house cat.
Can I do anything for you?
I don't think so. If I need anything magical, I'll let you know.
All right.
How do I write notes?
Well, usually you take a
Sorry.
pencil
On the calendar.
and a sheet of paper, and then you do a little.
Do you see the add new note button?
No.
Okay, let me see if I can.
I've declared the 86th of spring as Ilfari's birthday.
Permission.
Why must you take away all that brings me
That's
joy?
my pencil.
Don't get married, kids.
I am
It's a bad time
joy.
to
Actually, I've changed my mind. It's the 88th, but close enough.
I'm an absolute treasure.
Notes. Oopsie. Note categories. Default player visibility. For new notes, if by default player visibility option is checked or unchecked. Wait, but how do I allow players to write notes? Permissions. Player. Add notes. Player. Reorder notes. Sure.
Add new note. Spring 88 501. Ilferi's 16th Ilferi's Sweet 16.
Oh my god. I'm a full moon.
We missed Ilferi's quinceañera.
All right.
It's not the boat I wanted!
Let's see what our next news clipping is.
For some reason, all I can think of is the Aqua Teen clip. Sex with animals? There's no time, man!
There we go. Save.
Quinceañera is 15?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was before the campaign started.
Edition. Sparse reports come from Denor of university students filing formal petitions against the government and even talking of repeating the riots of a generation ago. These protests come in response to a crackdown on broadsheet journalism. The leadership of Shiraj has a gun to my head. I mean, forbidden publication of conspiracy theories that link Denor to the Colossus and Rasur. And several writers have been thrown into oubliettes for undermining the sovereign's denials?
What the
Damn.
fuck is an oubliette?
Have you
Those,
ever
like,
seen the
tiny
Labyrinth?
pages?
It's a place you put someone to forget about them.
Yeah,
They finally reprinted it, I think, in like Modern Horizons 2.
I think so.
Oubliette is a
They actually
magic
gave
card?
it phasing instead of its previous ability.
Yeah, Tolarian University guy wanted it reprinted forever.
Well, yeah. There's a long story of the card oubliette because it has very specific wording that doesn't really work in modern words. But anyway, we don't need to get into that.
Middle magic.
They fixed it by calling it phasing instead of the things that it used to do.
Raising.
That was it.
All right.
So
What
can
is
anybody
our
explain
next-
banding to me?
Not right now. Treat all your creatures as one creature. Done.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
kind of.
sounds fun, but also a nightmare.
So
It's fun in theory, but it has all sorts of weird corner cases that make it a nightmare in practice.
Mina, you're going to work on Jack's gun.
Yep.
Is there anything else that of interest going on with that?
Not with the gun, but like, so it's gonna take me 30 days to do the gun,
Mhm.
and it's probably gonna take me 45 days to do the gun because I'm going to futz around with explosives.
Sure.
So I would like to futz around with explosives.
You're gonna make
Sure.
a grenade launching pistol? That
Yes.
sounds sweet.
Yes, I am.
Ka-chow.
I'm going to retrofit an alchemical launcher to one of my pistols.
Holy shit.
And I am going to make some grenades.
Cool. Yeah, seems good. You know the cost and time and everything. for that,
Yes.
sure. Yeah.
I was going to try to rush the first one, and if I get injured, then I'll go slow for the others.
Fair enough. Do you need to make a roll for that? or-
I do.
Okay.
Are you actually? How long does it take to make one?
I think it
15
takes
days?
a week. I'll have to go back and double check. I'm pretty sure it takes me a week each, or I can do it in a day with a DC 10 intelligence check.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I have.
Don't
Sky
worry,
Seer's-
I was planning to make a dozen.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say I have Sky Seer's blessing that could like help you out once. If
Yeah, but you
like,
wouldn't be here
give
for the
me a head-
first.
if
You
you
wouldn't
give
be
me a
here
heads
for the
up.
first 24 days while I'm doing it.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Also, that was the other thing. It's like, am I there when you decide to try?
Nope.
Yeah, at this point, I think you're still on your way back.
So I definitely got the first one.
Yay.
17.
All right.
So I have one grenade.
You got this.
Basically, I'm going to go until I hit 6 or I explode.
Okay.
And then I will go slower for the ones after that and decide how many I have left that I can do.
Cool.
All right. So that's, I'm going to put this right here. 1 success. Day 2. What is my
So yeah,
intelligence?
there's like some equipment that your dad has that you can kind of retrofit to like kind of suit the purposes here.
Number 2 is a natural 1. I explode myself and slow down from here on out.
Roll a
Yeah.
new character.
And you're
It's not that bad. It's like, I mean, it's damage, but it's not terrible. I can't remember what it is. And it's fire damage, and I'm a tiefling, so it's not.
your dad
Yeah.
comes in and is like, "What the hell are you doing in here?"
It's fine.
Oh, Tuesdays, huh?
It's fine.
Haven't
Okay.
I told you that you need to like you need to tamper these and then you need to sift this one and
Dad, I did it perfectly yesterday. I just got distracted. It's yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'll fix it.
All right.
You're wearing one of those static reducing bracelets.
Right?
Oh, grenades. Grenades don't do fire damage.
That's right. They don't.
They
They
do
do.
half bludgeoning, half piercing damage, and it's 66.
You know, like shrapnel.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, it's
All right.
damage during downtime.
But
like,
I don't
Yeah.
think that while I'm building it, it's the full 66.
I
I
wasn't
think
looking
it's-
at that. I was just looking at the grenade description. Let me see.
It's further up. It's under gunsmith, my stuff, I think.
All right, Jack, while she's doing that, you had some
So-
other scenes you wanted to do?
Yeah, Jack picks up a load of mithril and then takes it over to his blacksmith friend, a dwarf named Magnus Donaldson.
yeah, you want to
who
make sure you hit
previously-
the smith in that sentence.
Huh?
You hit smith really softly in that sentence.
His
My blacksmith
Smith.
friend.
His black.
Don't say
My
the quiet
black-
parts loud.
My friend, the blacksmith,
Yes.
Magnus Donaldson,
You're friends with Will Smith? Cool.
who previously helped Jack with his armored coat and machetes.
Mhm.
He goes, "All right, Magnus, I got a treat for you this time.
Oh, always a pleasure to see you.
Want to do another coat, but I want to do split mail on the inside, and I got you this to work with." And he opened up like the crate, and the mithril shines like it's fucking Pulp Fiction.
I was about to call you crazy for saying splint mail in a coat, but this will do.
All right.
Where did you procure this much?
Oh, the job comes with some perks.
Yes,
Plus,
I saw your name in the paper recently, Sir Jack.
oh, thank you. It's so lovely, let me tell you.
I got a couple orders right now, but I can get to this soon.
All right, no rush. Thank you, sir. And scene.
I'll be sending you the bill.
I'll pay you.
All right. let's jump ahead a couple weeks. Unless there was anything else.
Jack spends his weeks working out because he's let himself get out of shape. He's got to get 9 new hit points.
Are we still before Ilferi and Koku get back?
I was just about to bring you back, unless there was
Okay.
anything you wanted to do before that.
No, my second scene I think is going to be very short, and I want to do once we get back.
Okay.
I think is a more logical time to do it.
Cool. We have another article here.
Shipwrights. The city of Shale, once governed by the king's sister Ethelyn, has ordered a rapid increase in ship construction in preparation for possible war with Denor. Heightened logging activities throughout Resur have been stymied by Fey activity. The city of Bol is suffering an encroachment of trees, which have been walking into the streets when people aren't looking.
That's not my fault.
All right, Tolkien.
Shakespeare?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, but Tolkien has the ends because he was like, the forest should have actually walked up the hill.
I mean, yes.
Subverting prophecy is dumb.
So at this point, the date is probably close to maybe the 38th. When Koku and Ilferi and Emma return.
Well, it was a pleasure emissating with you.
Yes, as trips go, that one was, well, very eventful in some ways, but not so much in others.
I have never been so glad to see a tree that doesn't move.
The tree moves.
I destroyed the tree. No, I can't do that. I already had a D&D character who hated trees.
All right.
Long story.
Yep, that's fine. I don't need to know those details right now.
First of all, rude. Second of all,
Don't
no,
destroy the tree. I'm kidding.
Do you need to go like refuel or something? I don't know how often you need that oil.
It's the same oil. It's all inside. I am going to go rest though.
Okay.
I will meet you at work.
Yes. Back from a harrowing journey into the dreaming, but don't be late for work.
Why would I be late for work?
I'm just making a comment. Go get some rest.
Right, you get tired. Maybe I'll see you in a couple days. Anyway. Yeah, Koku is going to go back to the workshop. Back to Zeodor's workshop where she typically rests. And she's going to sit down and in the dusty quiet of the workshop, she is going to concentrate. Because when she was falling off of Bourne towards the great lake of witch oil. Sorry, words are just not braining right now. Anyway, she pulled something. There is a tiny part of her that still hopes that somehow it's Grappa, but she doesn't know. And so she's going to try to focus on that spirit that she pulled inside of her and see if she can communicate with it.
All right. So Koku sits and focuses on within the witch oil within Koku. There are many points of light, but she can distinguish this one. And given some time and some focus, she's able to using other abilities that she doesn't quite understand yet, is able to establish some sort of connection with this glowing mote.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
What
This is going
this?
to...
Where am I?
It's difficult to explain. Let's start slow. Who are you?
Oh, it hurts.
It's okay. You've been separated from your body.
Is
Do you
this
remember?
heaven? Afterlife?
No, not exactly. You're still on the material plane. Do you remember anything?
There was an accident. I think I got hurt.
Yes, that's likely. What kind of accident?
At the factory.
The factory. Where did you work?
I worked at Blourish's.
Flourishes. Do you remember? What's the last day you remember?
Spring 25?
And okay, so that was fairly recently.
Or a year ago. Because we were gone for 2 weeks, weren't we?
What? Oh yeah. So it must have been. Oh, I guess. What year is it?
$4.99? Isn't it? I feel like I can't remember.
It's
how long
it's been a little longer than that. I'll talk to you again later. I'm going to see if I can find something. Thank you. You've been a great help. I'll talk to you again soon.
It's so dark.
So yeah, I don't want to add another scene, but Koku is going to see if she can pull the records for blourishes from 2 years ago, and see if anyone died in an accident. But yeah, that is what I wanted from this scene. That's
All right, cool. Ilferi, was there another scene you wanted?
I had a couple. in whichever order you wanted to do. I mean, I have a really small one
Mhm.
with Troubles.
Mhm.
And then I also wanted to talk to Colin Hunting and Linus. And then I also wanted to have coffee, tea time with Mina.
Does the
What?
bird drink coffee? I literally speculated on whether or not the bird could drink coffee.
Yeah.
That's why I said coffee, tea time.
Got it.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and reveal Cafe Scene with Mina is also on my list, so
Yeah, of
everyone
course it
is
is.
going to have.
That's all anyone does with me, and that's fine. I'm here for it.
All right,
Well,
have
okay,
a good night, guys. I'm going to bed.
The coffee, tea time was specifically to talk. I mean, it doesn't have to be coffee, tea. It was to talk to you about the Skyseer visions.
It better be coffee tea, or I'm gonna be pissed.
All right. See,
That's all
that's
anybody does with me.
that's
It's
what I thought.
I do.
All right. Well, Fairy, let's start with Troubles.
Okay. So, a few weeks ago, actually about a month ago now, when did our mission end?
A month ago, roughly.
Okay. So, a month ago, Troubles was sent on a dangerous mission where he was asked to hold on to Scipiano's... No, not Scipiano. Shoot. Kel. Hold on to Kel's amulet, go to the Bleak Gate, and don't get caught. And he succeeded, but I wanted to check in on him, make sure a month later he's doing okay, especially because I was gone for 2 weeks after that. Actually, like 3 weeks after that. Because you said it was a week to set up, and then 2 weeks of travel.
Yeah.
And also, I'm going to talk to him about Octavius and how he's, how is Troubles' pet doing?
Oh, he's alive. I fed him.
Do you like him?
He's there.
He doesn't party hard enough for Troubles.
Why do
Sometimes
you
he
feed
sneaks
him?
out
I
extra
mean-
snacks.
What was that?
Sometimes he sneaks out and gets extra snacks.
Let's see. How do I put this? Other than I've asked you to feed him because he's a living being and needs to be fed. Why do you feed him?
Yes.
Is that the only reason?
You told me to. Should I stop?
No, like I'm wondering if you actually care about him or if it's just a chore for you. I could make him smart like you if that's something you wanted.
It's gotta like some flowers for Algernon shit.
But you have to be really kind to him. Or actually, I haven't checked to see what gender this octopus is. I mean, I'm not familiar with how to gender octopi.
What? Does it not have... Does it not have pestle and also stamen?
No.
If I remember my plant biology correctly.
Animals are a little different than plants in that way. Regardless, Octavius. We'll just call the octopus by its name. Octavius. I could make Octavius as smart as you, and you could talk to it, and feed it, or it can continue to be your pet, and that's kind of your choice.
Okay.
That wasn't really an answer. It's your choice. Which do you like how it is now, or would you rather have an octopus that you could talk to?
Which one is making you happier?
Whatever. Oh, I'm trying to make you happy. Because I care about you, you know? You did some dangerous stuff for us without questioning it. And I want to make sure that you're, like, happy with what's going on right now. Happy with your life.
Will he help with papers?
He might get the papers a little too wet.
Or
You
he
could
could do
provide
them 8
the
times as
ink.
fast.
Oh, he could make ink for it, though.
Ew.
I need to write a letter. Vomit into this.
No, but he could probably do other stuff. I don't know. I didn't really think about like what he could do. I just thinking about him as, you know, a companion for you, more than just something that you feed. Do you like looking at him? Do you like anything about this octopus, or did I make a mistake? Do you know what like is? Oh, man.
Do you want to go on a date with this octopus?
No! I mean, you know how you like drawing? Like you wanted to specifically go out and learn how to draw?
Yes.
Like you do those portraits and stuff?
Because it helps you.
Well, I thought that was something that you liked to do, because, like, you wanted to learn something new.
Because you said it would be helpful.
The furry is considering that maybe bringing a plant to life was a mistake.
Ilferi is like, how much for a pot of unawakening?
How much for a pot of murder?
Well, I think we'll leave Octavius the way he is for now. Have you tried drawing Octavius? Like, for your own entertainment, not... I would like you to do something that is for you, not for me.
Did you not awaken me to help?
Not exactly. I awakened you because a companion is nice to have, but, like, I didn't awaken you to only help. You do have your own life, and you're going to live a long time. Probably. Yeah.
What is my purpose?
To get drunk and do taxes.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
That's hard to explain because pretty much every living, well, all people that we don't know our purpose. We just live, you know. I'm explaining life to a plant. Have you ever done something you're like, wow, I want to do that more because I, like, for no reason other than
It was fun.
you enjoyed doing it?
I like the water that Jack gives me.
All right, just find the Disney Pixar movie Soul. And...
Oh my God, this dad is figuring out that his kid is hanging out with the wrong people.
Soul was really good.
It was.
Okay, so it sounds to me that you don't dislike drawing, but you don't like it, right? It's not something you want to do just because you want to do it.
I don't understand. I want to be helpful. Drawing is helpful.
I guess I can work. I mean, I guess I should just work with that. If being helpful is what makes you happy, then I should be able to figure something out. Do you want to help people other than just me?
If that's what you want.
Oh my god. No, that's not my question. You're not my slave. You're not my servant. You don't have to do only the things that I want. If you don't want to do that. At this point, he's not charmed by me anymore. Like,
right, but that's what he has known.
Send him to school. Send him to public school.
That's kind of what the drawing stuff was supposed to be. It was like him going to
send him to the orphanage that we burned down.
Maybe send him to a different orphanage.
Yeah, there's a different orphanage that didn't burn down that's not called the Gallows School for Boys.
Yeah.
And shrub.
It's not called the Hanging Tree.
Did I name
No,
that
but there is a song
orphanage?
about that one.
I don't remember if I named the other orphanage.
I mean, also, there are just other orphanages
Yeah.
in town.
Nah.
Like that was the other orphanage in the Cloudwood, but you gotta go into Central every day anyway.
All right. Should we wrap up
Yeah.
the scene?
Where do
Yeah.
our orphans learn? We teach our orphans. Do we have like an on-site schooling system? Is it like stage kids? There's like homeschool and then they do their job and then they come back to homeschool.
Tell me we're raising a bunch of child actors? God, they're gonna be fucked up.
No, they're child actors that get no attention, so
Yeah,
you
I
know
think
they'll
that's
just
very-
play D&D.
I think Ilferi might look into I guess kind of public school. Like he's gonna look into school for shovels, so he can socialize with other people
Yes,
and like
yes.
form his own desires and maybe not be given alcohol by Jack.
Now Shrubbles can get his own manga.
Oh my god.
What is its overly wordy title?
Oh my god.
No, it's not a light novel. It doesn't have to be overly wordy.
Oh my god, I used to be a shrub, but now I'm alive and now I have to go to public school.
Yep. There it is.
Or how to survive public school as a
Living plant.
But also,
Or-
that time I got isekai'd and reincarnated as a different shrub.
or it has like 4 different or titles like as part of
Yeah.
the title.
Is it okay to be a shrub in a public school?
All right.
Are shrubs allowed to have crushes?
My Body
Uh,
Academia?
What's our next scene?
Uh,
We've got Cafe with Mina. We've got Cafe with Mina.
I've got one with Jack.
We've got
Oh, you do?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't told.
No, you weren't. Koku is going to set up a meeting with Cipriano, and is going to invite Jack to come along.
Alright.
We just want to talk. Just want to talk
All right.
about that informant. I want to do this. I would like to do this to coordinate with Mina investigating. Okay, I should back up a bit because we made a deal with Cipriano.
Yeah.
That basically
yeah.
we would turn a blind eye on him cleaning up the rest of Kel's Guild.
Mhm.
And we had also decided that we were going to do our own investigation to make sure he was only cleaning up Kel's Guild.
Yeah.
And so I would like to coordinate this so that we are going to be talking to Kel at the same time that Mina is concluding that investigation, so that she can message us whether or not he has stuck to his end of the deal while while we are talking to him.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. And I've invited Jack to come along.
All right.
Okay.
It's up to Sam whether or not Jack actually does, but I figured he probably would.
Yeah, sure, I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah. So you arrange the meeting. It's at a public restaurant. Like most meetings with him are usually pretty public. And yeah.
Do we get there first or does he?
He usually gets the places.
I don't think
pretty
we've ever
early.
seen him walk. We always find him sitting down.
Yeah,
He's always got that blanket over his legs.
He usually gets places pretty early, and probably likes to scope things out before he gets there. You'd imagine. So yeah, he's there when you arrive.
Okay. Koku will go and sit down at the table.
I will join Koku.
Welcome. Good to hear from you again.
It's good to see you're doing well. We wanted to discuss with you the quality of the informant that you had working for Kel. Working as your mole in Kel's organization.
Yes, of course.
Well, it seems that he managed to leave out some key information when he was discussing Kel's plans. Now, seeing as the plan was mutually beneficial to us all, I have to question the motivation behind leaving out such key information.
Maybe if we were all on the same page here, what information are you talking about?
According to your informant, Kel was going to be traveling by carriage. This turned out not to be the case. Kel was traveling instead by a mechano-magical device. Somewhat carriage-like in shape, but entirely made of iron, and driven by magic, not horses. Very key information.
Mina can't shoot not horses.
So I wonder if perhaps, yes, chips. I wonder if that's very loud.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm about to mute myself.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, my brain exploded a little there. So I wonder if perhaps your informant was being less than helpful. And I wonder if perhaps someone wanted him to be.
I assure you, we meant no ill will and any what's the word? Omission.
Negligence?
Any omission in the details of the rendezvous are entirely accidental. I don't think that there was any ill will intended, and you seem to have handled things, but I'm sure that we could have perhaps informed you a little bit better. I assumed that we wouldn't be your only source of information. It's pretty well known that that's how Kel travels about the city. Or did.
Yes.
Now he travels in a paddy wagon.
I suppose in more recent times he started not traveling much at all, so it's quite possible that this was not as common knowledge as I had assumed. And for that, you
Still-
have my sincerest apologies.
I do appreciate that. Still, I do think that you should be kept aware of any potential, let's say, shortcomings amongst your family. Would you not agree?
I'll be sure to keep them in line and make sure that this isn't anything more than just a misunderstanding.
Would this be about the time that a little wisp of wind comes in and whispers to Jack?
Yeah, seems appropriate.
Do I need to make any checks, or did I just spend enough time to where it's fine?
Yeah, so, I mean, this is just basically data that you'll have had to comb through.
Mhm.
I guess, yeah, give me an investigation check.
19.
Yeah, so everything seems very by the numbers. Like, you had an idea of what was left of Kel's guild, and the reports of violent activities over those few days seems to match up with what you understood of what was remaining of Kel.
Okay.
And there doesn't seem to be any outliers beyond that.
Cool.
So
yeah,
yeah,
he did his part.
they seem to. Yep.
So, with Kel dealt with, what's your new goals?
Well, I'm hoping that we can just provide a more civilized role than what his thugs were providing, but near the same results as far as transactions and goods being handled.
Business.
Business.
I'm going to say that Jack probably gives Koku a signal, or there
Yeah.
was a word in there that means.
A secret sign that you
Yeah.
discussed beforehand and agreed to.
Yeah, if things
Well,
are,
yeah,
if,
I
if
mean-
things check out, we'll ask what he intends for business.
We didn't do that on camera because it would all be implied.
Yeah, this is where we do the flashback to show how
Yeah.
the setup
Yeah.
was.
He's not going to say no because of the implications.
I was gonna say it's like Ocean's 11.
Exactly
Like,
what I was
They
thinking.
tell you all the shit, but then they gotta show you as they do it, and
Right.
then all of the secret stuff that they definitely did before, and they didn't tell you before, but they're
Yeah.
telling you now because they
Yeah.
definitely did that thing.
Exactly.
It's a fun movie.
I
I love
did
that
enjoy
movie.
film. Yeah.
It's good. I enjoy it. Well, Kel, I guess that concludes this meeting. I have to admit, you surpassed my expectations.
And you as well have surpassed mine. I do hope that we can continue to do business.
There's a new world coming, Cipriano. Zeodor thinks you have a part in it.
It certainly seems that way.
I hope you prove him right. And Koku's going to stand up.
Jack tips his hat. Gets up,
Sounds
leaves with Koku.
I'm sorry, I missed one part of that. Was he being honest? Man.
Honest enough.
As far as
As far as we
tell.
can tell, yeah, the only people he iced were all ex-Cal.
Okay. I got lost in the Ocean's 11 stuff and missed the plot relevant.
That was
set.
before that, but sure. Or
It
the
just-
Ocean's 11 was after that, but
Yeah, no, it just like it all meshed and I couldn't.
it's all good.
His brain knew that Ocean's 11 was coming, and it was
Oh.
just preparing itself,
I could
like in
feel it in
pre-lost.
the air.
Yeah.
You want to talk to some robots?
Let's talk to some robots and make them druids.
All right.
And honestly, the reason that I like deliberately called it out. Obviously, I talked about it with Born, but I found a circle of druid that is specifically for Warforged.
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's funny.
and I think and it is a marriage of technology and nature. So we'll see.
So last you saw Colin, Linus, and Hunting, they were on the Cauldron Hill.
Mhm.
And you've gotten word that they've actually been helping out with the military dealing with the monsters that have been emerging from the hill.
Cool.
Under the watchful eye of Captain Dale.
That's happening mostly at night. The fighting.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll meet with them during the day when there's like a resting period.
Okay.
With a promise that I'll help with the fighting that night. As like I can't think the word.
Recompense?
I guess. Yeah. Basically, hey, I'm gonna seal your soldiers for a bit. I'll help you out later. Pay you back. And I bring them, if they're willing, out to the Cloudwood.
Linus, in particular, when he sees you, is very boisterously greets you. Ah! It is our friend the bird!
Oh, I've had worse greetings.
I
It's
Thank
feel
you
free,
for
by the
your
way.
assistance in liberating us from our prison of darkness within the confines of the evil hill.
Right. So I wanted to talk about that and not. Well, that sounds horrible. Yes, I'm glad that I helped you, and I would like to talk about your future here, beyond fighting monsters.
Captain Dale has given us a magnificent way to apply our skills and even a pension package.
Wow, I don't even know if I have pension. Well, in the Bleak Gate, there was, other than people, there wasn't a lot of life, right? Basically, no trees, no animals, right?
Correct. Upon coming here, I was floored by the lushness of life and the light and the people.
And other than your pension, is that a reason that you are fighting these monsters, to protect the lushness and stuff?
Indeed. It would be tragic if this world would become like that one.
So, I would like to offer you and your brothers training, if you would like, in some druid craft to be more connected with life, and not necessarily like people life, but like with the life of nature that you've been kind of absent of up until recently.
Well, sounds fascinating to me. How do we start?
Well, I'll give you warning's not the right word, but this may take some time. And it will take some focus, but I think this might be a way. So many people see technology as a way to rob from the land. And in a way, you could be viewed as no different from that. You are a man-made being, though you have your own life. You are a man-made technological being. But if you were to use your existence to serve nature, it'd be proof that coexistence could work. Does that make sense?
I believe it does. I feel alive. So maybe I am.
Sorry, I'm looking up the subclass really quick just to send it over to you. But if I can find it, it was Circle of. I think it was like Circle of Steel.
I mean, we can probably find it later. It's not like
Yeah.
we're taking the level.
And I don't think you pick a Druid Circle until second level, anyways.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see. How do we start? I started with considering the stars, but I think it'd be better for you all to consider the forest we are currently in. And I'm going to kind of lead him through. It's almost like meditation, where I want them to focus on, the sound of the wind and the sound of the animals and the feel of the grass and the rustle of the trees, and focus on those thoughts instead of like their current situation.
All right.
It's so much like meditation. It's actually just meditation.
It's right, but I want him to focus on something specific.
That is a form of meditation, yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna lead him through nature meditation. And I kind of want to, as they're going through it, I want to gauge like how each of the three of them is taking to it. Maybe not all three of them are fit for this, but maybe one or two of them, or I mean potentially all three, could have a potential.
God, I want the big one to be the druid.
So over the next few days, you work with them and kind of gauge their aptitude. Colin, the big one, does not seem to have the mental focus for something like this. And Hunting seems just like he's not interested. Like he wants to get back to the fight at the hill. But Linus does seem to show some aptitude and interest in continuing his studies.
And then was Linus the one that was talking the most?
Yeah.
Or okay, that's great. Shoot, I can't find that subclass. It must have been some homebrew thing, or maybe it was a what's it called?
Arcana. Yeah. We'll
Cool. So I have started my journey in creating a Druid Circle. Sorry.
That really feels appropriate, like an appropriate arc for Ilferi, I have to say, is founding a Druid Circle really feels like a place he would go. I like that.
It's been a plan for a while. Unfortunately, I can't do it's like Sacred Grove or something like that. I can't cast that spell for a little bit. It's a 5th level spell. It's a 6th level spell. It's a spell level higher than what I can cast right now.
Oh, sure. Like, now would be pretty early to do it, but I like that as a place to go.
Yeah. But that there's a spell where basically I can make a Druid Grove, and as long as I cast that spell every day in the same location for a year, it becomes permanent. And it becomes a permanent Druid Grove that like wards outsiders and stuff. Cool. So that was where I wanted to go with it. I'll look for that circle.
Yep.
Because I don't think he'll be able to do phase stuff like I do. But Ilferi knows that that's not the only path that someone can take to show their devotion to nature.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. I have 2 cafes with Mina and deep dive on monsters are the last things I have.
Yeah, I just want to hit the library at some point and deep dive into monster lore.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff we know, stuff we think we know, legends, all sorts of shit.
Okay. Anything in particular? Or anything
Yes.
inspired by recent events or what?
Catherine knows the description of something. And Mina has absolutely no reason. So I want to see if eventually when we get to the point, she has it. Maybe she doesn't figure out exactly what it is, but maybe she can think back to it with a history check at some point in the future and go, oh yes, maybe I did come across that thing.
Okay. I see. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I said it at the beginning, and I don't want to be that bitch that goes, hey, I know what that is. I want to, but given all of the stuff she would and has been doing research on other things, I think it would be reasonable that she would do research on monsters in general now.
Sure. And I'm supposing she's doing this with the thoughts of the prophecy in mind, but she kind of always
absolutely.
does.
Yes.
And I kind of feel like this might be a good place for you and Ilferi to have your scene.
Okay.
If I understand what he wants to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to go over the prophecies and kind of...
Yeah.
Ilferi's not trusting Skyseerness.
I also think that... I think that Mina has narratively earned a little bit of Hermione time. Like, with the amount of effort and time you've put into these prophecies, right? Like, I think that narrative... Like, just from a writing perspective, to me it feels like she has earned the ability to say, I know what that is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know if he wants to come find me at the library or if he wants to meet me for coffee afterwards, but, like, I'm doing...
Yeah.
I want to start learning about monsters, in general.
Ilferi finds out that you are in the library and gets coffee for you and brings tea for himself.
Smart man.
Wise, not smart.
Wise
For
man.
example, I found out that you're in a library, so I brought 2 of the most famously paper-staining beverages.
Mina doesn't care. This isn't her library. And she's been knighted, so just try and fucking kick me out.
Don't you know who I am?
I'm gonna call the king. Yeah, okay, lady. No, really.
Aiden's like, please stop calling me.
So you're looking into a specific kind of monster, or
I'm looking
Also-
into monsters in general, hoping that I will find the specific one that I know is coming in our future.
okay.
I read it, and Catherine knew what it was, but Mina had zero reason to even begin to have an inkling of what it was.
Mhm.
Why don't you just like talk through the prophecies and what you think has
Okay.
happened and what is still to come? Or I'm guessing that you have like papers like this like just splayed out, and O'Ferry finds you
Yes.
buried in them.
If you could see the setup before me, notebook, paper full of prophecies, laptop, fantasy laptop.
Mm-hmm.
So what would that be? A research book?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I can't find it. It was a DM's Guild thing.
Okay.
I sent you a link to it. Anyways, so hi, I brought you some coffee.
Hey. Thank you.
I'm guessing you're looking stuff up about those visions.
Yeah. Kind of. It's tangentially connected, I think.
What's
I
that word
think.
mean?
I didn't even do that on purpose. It means like kind of like you think along this line and it might veer off a little off course, but you think it's still connected. So like, you know how Jack sometimes goes on a tangent when he talks about all the bullshit in his life and like it's kind of sort of connected to the thing that we were talking about originally? That's a tangent. I
Oh,
think this is tangentially connected.
I just call it his bullshit.
Well, we all do, but it's the only like concrete example I could think of in the moment. Yes, I think what I'm looking up about monsters is tangent. Hi, you brought me coffee. What did you want?
Well,
Like, not to be mean, but like I can give you my whole rundown of everything, but I've got like 3 notebooks full at this point.
well, you have a lot of faith in these visions, and I haven't. In my own or other Sky Seers visions, they just don't. Considering that is literally what I'm able to do, I don't trust them, and I don't think they're. I don't know. It's not that I don't trust them. I just don't put a lot of credit in them anymore.
Sure.
I just kind of want to figure out what you're thinking.
Well, like we have 6 of these things, and 2.5 of them have come true. That I can nail down. Other ones kind of, sort of, I don't think we've really hit on them yet, but like, and I'm not saying that like, you put 100% stock in it, but at the same time, like Ashima Shinto was described in detail months before we met her. That whole bit, like, that I recited before about the king severing the thing from Cauldron Hill from its shadow, like, that happened. It's not all perfect, and it's not necessarily a one-to-one, but, like...
I guess part of my problem is I can't do this. Well, one, I can't do the research. But 2, like, I've never had a vision that clear. Like, that's unheard
But, like,
of.
he had these right before he died.
I've died twice.
All right, Buffy.
I went there too.
Man, that was an arc.
Sure. But, like, he's a lot older than you, too. Like, I don't know if it comes with experience. I don't know what. I'm fascinated by magic. It's why I can do the research. I went to wizard school. I flunked because I fucking suck at the magic part. The research I got, the magic didn't come. So when people start giving me information about visions and shit, I take them, I absorb them, and I research the ever-living shit out of them. And if they turn out to be true, how much cooler?
I want to... Maybe we can... How do I would like your help with my visions.
Okay.
Maybe I can help you with these. I can't, like, dive deep in the research, but maybe I can use my abilities to kind of supplement these visions. But I don't know. Maybe there's something I just don't know that I could do to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And that research is just, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to look into.
So what's this? Sorry, say that one more time. I'm going to try and figure out where I think we should start.
I can't make as accurate. I cannot read the future or the stars this accurately.
Sure.
But he could.
Sure.
Potentially because he was about to die.
And also potentially because he'd been doing it a whole lot longer. You're what, 16?
I'm soon.
Okay, 15. Like,
but maybe we can figure out if there's something special I could be doing
absolutely.
to do it
And
better.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, like, dismiss that. I'm just saying that, like, even if all he had was years more experience, that may just be something that comes with time. On the other hand, I guarantee there are books in this place about Sky Seers and their stuff. So it's
And
like
that's what I need help with.
that I can find.
Maybe there's something like that. And maybe with your help, I can make my visions better and I can look into what he saw.
Sure. Really, honestly, the one that I keep coming back to is this tiger fur bit. It's driving me nuts.
Let me refresh myself.
Would you like me to refresh you?
Yeah.
The man carrying a bronze staff with 3 keyholes was assailed by swords and arrows and fire, but nothing killed him. He began to take off his robes, revealing tiger fur beneath them, while stars fell from the sky all around him. Then the sky was dark, and when the sun should have risen, instead a pale glowing cloud floated in the dark.
Okay, shoot. James knows what this is, too.
It's not subtle if you know any monsters! And not only do I know the monster, I know why things assailed him and didn't. That's why I'm trying to research monsters. I'm sorry, I am a DM and also a player, trying to keep it very separate, but also knowing exactly what the fuck that is. Jesse.
Well,
but like, and I'm trying to figure out if it's at all connected to the first prophecy, which I think we're only halfway through. Because, like, the first half definitely seems to be talking about Born. And that part we've gotten taken care of.
but they're twice doomed, right?
But they're twice doomed. We've only gone through the first half. 3 birds is the next bit.
I don't think I'm one of those birds.
I don't think so either. You're not black silk, you're not black steel, and you are not made of stars. No offense.
I could be made of stars.
But just the connection to the bird of stars possibly being connected to the stars falling and the tiger fur dude. You know, I don't know. I'm trying to make all these connections. Please. I have a hidden board in my house because my dad was starting to get scared where I was like connecting all this stuff.
Do you want to have that at my place? I don't have parents that live with me.
No, because
actually, I am
would
curious
have
how
a
my
bad
parents
time.
are doing.
No, because when I have a random thought at 3:00 in the morning, I can't add it to the board if it's at your place. You'll get a gust of wind in your ear saying, "But what if these are connected?"
Actually, well, I mean, I got these rocks.
Put it on the board.
Also, maybe sort of related to this, Troubles doesn't understand life and only wants to help me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really concerned.
Okay.
And maybe
Are
he
you
can help-
asking? Are you asking Mina to show your shrub a good time?
No.
That's Jack's job.
What it seems, he seems to just want to help people.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he could help you. I
Do
don't know.
what? I mean, he writes reports, great, but like,
I don't know. He could do note keeping for you and stuff. I don't know.
well,
Whatever.
like that's how it sticks in my brain. I can't
Hmm.
have him write my notes.
I'm just trying to figure out things for him to do where he can like experience other people more and like
If
in
he
a-
wants to help people and you don't want him to like just focus on you and like even the team, maybe what if you just did charity work? There's a bunch of different places around here where you could help out doing stuff, get
Yes.
exposed to other people and all of theirs. I mean, we burned down a fucking orphanage. Who knows where those kids are?
Did I use tangentially right?
When
I think I used it a minute ago.
you might have, I didn't
About
notice,
troubles?
which means you probably did it correctly.
Wow. I'm gonna use it more.
There you go.
I'll figure out when it's not used right.
I'm going to buy Ilferi a word of the day calendar. Just like every day, Ilferi's got a different word that he's using over and over and over again.
If Elfer uses his calendar every day for a year, can he get an int?
No. Because that's a horrifying precedent.
Wow. That's coming from you?
All right, fair.
Setting up horrifying precedents?
Fair. You got me on that one. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, it just came to mind that he wanted to help, and that's why I want to ask about it. But I'm figuring that out.
Sure.
Being a weird foster parent to a plant is more unusual than I thought.
I mean, you
My-
literally did it to yourself. Literally?
No. I mean, yes, I did. I was trying to emulate like where I came from, and I don't have that experience.
Because
Like
you're 15.
everyone raises the kids together where I come from, so I
Sure.
just kind of like wanted to do that. And it's confusing.
Okay.
Like
No, I understand.
you don't have yeah.
No,
we
I
don't have
understand.
parents,
But I
exactly.
didn't. What?
We don't well like yes, you are birthed by parents, but like you don't have
Got it.
your biological parents.
I thought
aren't
you were
important.
making your mom joke about my dead mother, and I was about to get mad at you for a second. But okay, I'm with you now.
No.
You don't have parents. I have a dad, asshole.
No, where I come from, you don't have
Don't have
parents,
parents.
exactly.
I understand. But like, you keep troubles with you.
I like him. I
Yeah,
care
but like,
about him.
you didn't like bring him into existence and then start passing him around. So he got other, like, I don't take him home. Jack doesn't take him home. Zeodor never took him home. Koku doesn't take him home.
Should I do that?
I don't know. You're the one talking about being raised by a bunch of different people. Did you ask Delft? I don't know. Maybe he wants to talk to a shrub.
Delph doesn't like him. Delph does not like troubles.
Sorry.
Too close to a mimic.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Delph, I think, while we were all in the room, said he didn't like troubles while he was doing paperwork.
I wasn't paying attention. It's not my kid.
It's okay.
I'm not
Preventing you
insulted.
guys from building character by doing your own paperwork.
I am a whole character. I don't need to build more. I built another character already. His name is Troubles.
At least
And you're
one.
trying to
And
build
he's
a
delightful.
third.
No, I think I figured out that was a bad idea. So,
Well, you've also got Linus.
Hey,
that's not a child. Well, He's not my child. He's my apprentice at best.
Who's older than you?
Linus isn't older than me.
He's not.
Is he?
I'm joking. Okay,
Also,
real quick though.
This could be
Hey,
older than you. It's by experience.
circle back to what you want. I really don't mean this as an insult, but I have to ask. You didn't know the word tangentially until today. What level of book are you gonna have an easy time with? Am I looking for Sky Seers for Dummies or like a much higher equivalent?
I never went to school, so I don't know.
You can read, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can write, I can read.
Okay.
Some. Have you read my reports before, Shovels?
Listen, they were literal chicken scratch from a parrot.
Right.
Yeah. So no, I've never read one of your reports. I did not understand them.
I mean, like, I'm good at some words, but I'm not good
Okay.
at some other words.
All right, let me go find you a couple options and you'll just have to muddle through it. I'll bring a dictionary too.
Okay. All right. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get more of this drink. More of these drinks.
Sure. I think I'm actually... Given my background, I think I have the ability to find shit real easy in libraries. Because I think I did something stupid. Which is beautiful to me.
Oh, you're like a sage?
I think I did Cloistered Scholar.
Mm.
I did library access.
Oh, neat.
So even before I was knighted, I got really easy access to libraries and stuff. And it says you have a working knowledge of your cloister's personnel and bureaucracy. I'm assuming that's just our city at large.
Yeah.
And can navigate those connections. I get preferential treatment at most libraries across the whole system of everything. So I would hunt down a couple books on the history of Sky Seers and specifically their visions in general. If anyone has tried to research either the vividness or the accuracy of Sky Seer visions, and if I can find any sort of study on how that develops over time, I will grab it. I know that's a long shot, but people study all sorts of weird shit.
Sorry. So on studies of how...
Anyone that has studied Sky Seer visions and their accuracy, because
Oh,
I figured
okay,
that's
okay.
broad enough where someone would have looked at that.
Hmm.
And then if anyone has gone a step further and looked at the accuracy like over time of a
Mhm.
Sky Seer's life, even
Yeah.
if it's just like a one single person, so clearly maybe not applicable to everybody. If anyone's
Yeah.
done that study, even if I have to, interlibrary loan it,
Mhm.
Yeah, and it is historically known that Sky Seer visions have gotten worse over time.
Mhm.
Like, they are not as accurate as they used to be
Mhm.
even 100 years ago, I think.
Yeah, so that's definitely one thing that in your research you would come across, especially from more recent publications. There are actually some books written specifically about Navard, and he was pretty well renowned for one of the most accurate Sky Seers. But one, caveat that comes with just about everything that you turn up is, things can be misinterpreted.
sure.
So a lot of times
But hindsight is 20/20.
exactly. So as far as accuracy, it also depends
Sure.
from Skyseer to Skyseer. There are times where Skyseer thinks that they have a vision, thinks they understand things, and gives a prophecy that they are confident in, but either their interpretation is too vague, or that thing never comes to pass, or if it did come to pass, maybe history never
Sure.
recognized it for what it was.
I
Does it
dump
happen?
all those books on Ilferi's lap. This one's about Navard. He was one of the most accurate left. And these are all about how accuracy is bullshit. So good luck.
He gets like through 2 sentences. What's this word mean? He points at the word prolific.
It's prolific. That's why I brought you the dictionary. You see it spelled out in front of you. The other one, you know your alphabet, yeah? You can write. So go down the alphabet. Look, there's even tabs. A, B, C, D, E. Go down to P, flip it open, and then find that word. It's alphabetical.
Have I ever told you about the time that one of our orphans made fun of my reading?
No.
Yeah. It's not great. I was
What?
reading a letter out loud, just, so I could make sure
That
I
the
read
kid
it right.
delivered. I was wondering why you were reading in front of a child.
Yeah, well, I wanted to make sure that I understood it because it was coming from somewhere important, and he made fun of me.
I'm sorry.
Our orphans are a little more educated than I am.
I mean, they have to go to classes. You could sit in.
Maybe I'll just be dumb forever.
Or you can do that. Like, listen, you're my friend, you're my colleague. I don't care. I will help you as much as I can, but I have my own research to do too. So, like, if you give up, I'm not going to push you to keep going. Prolific means a lot and everywhere.
If you do want me to look into anything in the stars, though, let me know so I can at least help you in that way.
Sure.
And then we bonded over not knowing, over books.
Books.
I liked the words in them. Elferi liked the pictures in them.
I mean,
Alright.
if he sees a picture of like the constellations and stuff, he can go on for a while about
Oh,
that.
sure.
But if he's given 4 paragraphs, oh dear. Yeah, cool. That's about where I wanted to go with it.
Well, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, so, looking at porn is basically just reading.
That's what I keep saying.
All right.
Oh my god. Do I need to do anything to get a base general knowledge of monsters, or did I find a specific monster with tiger fur?
And maybe backwards hands.
That didn't that is not in the prophecy. It's just the tiger fur and the fact that he is immune to
And is bipedal.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tiger Man, who is immune to swords, arrows, and fire. Slashing, piercing, and fire.
So what kind of, give me some categories you might be looking at here.
So
There's like,
I know what this creature is in regular D&D.
I know.
I don't know what all. So that's the thing. Like, I would be looking into any sort of demon, demonic, devil, hellish bullshittery.
All right.
And then also maybe Fae.
Okay.
Oh, and maybe what's that place called? The Magic Void Zone.
Denor?
No, but I mean, what is the place?
Bleak Gate?
What is the what?
The Bleak Gate?
No, like the zone that there is no magic and there's like weird
Oh,
beasts.
the
and
Malice
stuff.
Lens?
Yeah, maybe Malice beasts.
Possibly.
Oh, yeah.
If there's
the-
anything like bipedal, because everything we saw was basically quadruped.
Yeah, but like
Alright.
I mean, not Malice beasts specifically, but like
Sure.
Mina,
I mean,
give me a history check.
demon is also a logical place to start because it's
Yeah.
immune to fire. We know from the prophecy.
She got a crit.
Natural 20.
Now give me a religion check.
Okay, this is not going to be a natural 20, but I'll
Mm.
take whatever. Oh my god, so much worse. So much worse.
Well, I was gonna say,
What
can I
was
give
it?
her a Skyseer's blessing on something? What, since I'm like assisting her in a way.
Sure.
So, hey, that was your Skyseer's blessing number.
Okay.
Do you want to keep it?
Nope.
So you like go to reach for a book, and Elfari's like, "No, that one's no good." By some like intuition,
She crit, boy.
Natural 20.
and he points instead to a book that, like, you would never think to look at this otherwise. It's like
Sure.
you were looking for stuff about monsters.
Right.
And the book is
I got a Skyseer vision by looking at a picture of a constellation.
the book is how would I call religions from before the religions that
Oh.
predate the fall of Shrasama.
Right. Okay.
Ooh.
And you start pouring through this book, and you come across the story of Huen Haramu.
Sure.
Is there a picture you can provide us?
No.
With a name?
I can put it in the chat.
Okay.
Who was a seedism deity, had some sort of connection to animals, but was cast out of his pantheon for afflicting elves that turned them into half beasts. And his punishment was being turned into a tiger that walked as a man.
Sweet.
That is referred to in the book as a Rakshasa.
No, it's Rakshasa.
Hey guys, I found it.
Yay.
It only took 2 natural 20s.
And
Oh,
in
very
order
well.
to avoid the
Yes,
ire of the Rakshasa god, the elves of this region left their temple and closed it off and enchanted it with a guardian who will punish any who seek to praise the reviled god.
Sweet.
And I think that's going to do it for tonight, unless there were any other...
There was one more coffee shop date.
with Koku and Mina?
Yep.
All right.
I was able to deviate from the coffee shop at least a little bit.
I'll see you guys in an hour.
Yeah, so Koku invites.
There were also
as-
two headlines that I didn't get to yet, but we can do those as our wrap up.
Well, if there's two, Jack, you want to go ahead and read this one?
Sure.
Because you've read the other ones. It's nice.
I'm not.
You didn't have as many scenes as the rest of us.
I think I closed it on accident. News.
Oh, I didn't see anything new pop up.
Sibilants, colonists in Elfavar talk of eerie whispers in the woods near the Sharavathi Falls, a site claimed to be sacred to the fallen High Elf Empire. Several caravans have disappeared, except for a single survivor each. All have reported their compatriots vanishing, hearing only whispers and seeing only footprints of mighty jungle cats. Possibly necropanthers!
Or a
Or
bipedal
Rakshasa.
tiger.
Colossus. The world reacts to news of the Colossus attack in Flint. Archmissionary Cornelius Eboracum of the clergy offers exorcism aid for evil spirits unleashed from Cauldron Hill. The Draken military has ordered the production of extremely massive cannons to repel the Colossus if it should make it to their shores. Barren peasants report local nature spirits wreaking havoc and mysterious massive footprints tracing a path from the Anthrus Mountains toward Seobriga. The sovereign of Danor continues to express hope for peace with Resor, but in light of widespread accusations that his nation is to blame, acknowledges that negotiations are indefinitely delayed. Anyway, here's coffee.
Okay. Yeah, so Koku has invited Mina to the same coffee shop near the university that Mina always met Zeodor at.
She's still at the same table every single Saturday. Even if she's alone.
No.
I think Mina gets there first.
Oh, definitely.
So Koku shows up.
I didn't order you a coffee. Do you want one?
I don't... It would be a waste on me, I think. I know it's weird.
I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like, I don't know how much you want to partake in the social aspect of holding a cup, or if you just think it's a waste and I didn't want you to feel like you were obligated.
I think I'm fine to just talk.
Okay.
You could chew on a croissant.
Croissant.
Just chew it up and spit it out like a wine tasting.
Enjoy the texture of the croissant.
I don't think I can feel that. Anyway, I refuse to try. I don't know why I left. Sorry, I'm jumping into this.
That's fine.
With Born,
Uh-huh.
Ilferi was close enough. I could have gone with him. I actually cut the rope to stay with Born. But I don't know why I left. Does that make sense?
Nope, but welcome to life. Do you regret the choice you made?
No.
Do you think you did the best thing with all the knowledge you had at the time?
I don't know. I think I
Okay.
did the best thing, but I don't know if it was the best with the information I had. I mean, I've established contact with Bourne at this point.
Sure.
So it was a good thing I did that,
Mhm.
because maybe we can really talk to him. But I didn't know that.
Sure.
And what? I could have died just from going to the dreaming.
Absolutely, you could have.
I thought maybe, I don't know. I just have this weird feeling you would understand that.
Kind of. Can I ask you a question real quick? This is gonna sound like it's not connected at all. What do you consider Zeodor, like, to you?
I don't know. I guess he's kind of like my dad, but that doesn't sound right.
Sure, that's fine. I'm just curious. Dad, creator, mutual magic buddy? I don't know.
Weird uncle.
You so magic, buddy.
I'm just
sounds like a
saying,
euphemism.
I'm just saying that whatever you consider him to be to you, there's a healthy amount of that man in whatever makeup is part of you.
I want him to be back here because I want him to be safe, but I don't know what that means.
Right. You're also like 6 months old. So, like, all of these questions are valid and fine. They're just things that you would have asked yourself a lot. You're at the right age. No, you're not. You would ask these questions. Sorry. You would be asking these questions if you were like me or Jack at, like, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, you would be asking questions like this throughout your adolescence. And you would work with the information that you had to make those decisions. A lot of it would come from your parents, the people that your parents surround themselves with, the kids that you interact with in school. You're not getting any of that. You went straight from, hi, I exist, to, hey, let me help you fight a world-ending thing.
Yeah, I guess most people get a little more of an introduction before they do that.
Yeah, and so it's okay that you don't know. It's okay if you think you made the wrong choice. It's okay if you think you made the right choice. Do you think Ilferi is upset with you?
I don't know. I hope not. I mean, I'm not sure if he knows, actually. It was really hard to see up there.
But I mean, you can ask. You can have that conversation with him. Interpersonal stuff never gets easier. It sure is. And here's the other thing. I think that you have more maturity than a 15-year-old. And I don't mean that as a dig against Ilferi, because he does too. I'm talking 15 in like the me and Jack sense. 15-year-olds are idiots.
It's true.
Having been one myself, you say the wrong things, you do the wrong things, and sometimes in the moment you're doing them, you know it's wrong and bullshit, and you do it anyway.
Sorry.
And so, it's okay. I mean this in the kindest way. I wasn't surprised when you disappeared into the dreaming. Seems exactly like something that everyone in my life would do. Maybe, I mean, not Jack, but certainly Ulferi, and Jack would jump into his own. He would probably jump into an abyss. Just, anyway.
I think Koku is going to like grab Mina's hands. Zeodor really does want to come back.
I know.
I don't understand why he left, but he told me all about it when he was building me this body.
Sure.
He wants nothing more than to be back here. I don't understand. He just said that he can't do it until he understands what he is.
It can be both. That's the fucked up thing, and that's the part you gotta live through, is realizing that, yeah, Zeodor wants to be here. He wants nothing more than to come back here. But he can't feel fully himself until he understands. And that's probably something you're going to be working through too. You know where you came from, but like you've got a lot of decisions to figure out where you're going.
And I don't know what I am either. And the only person who had any chance of answering that is on the other side of the world.
But like you said, wants to come back.
There's one more thing I need to tell you.
Okay.
When we were in the Bleak Gate, in Vorn's room, after Grappa fell into the witch oil, I jumped down and I couldn't reach him. I opened up my witch oil core a bit. I tried to pull his soul out of there.
Okay.
I didn't pull Grappa, I don't think, but I pulled someone's soul out of there. I talked to him.
Okay.
I think I haunted myself.
I'm gonna be the only person in this group who doesn't actively haunt themselves in some way.
Yeah.
You had curse guns.
Huh?
You had curse guns.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay.
True. We've all had the voices. Even Zeodor had voices.
That felt significantly less like a headmate than the rest of them. Okay.
It did whisper into your brain, though.
It did. You're not wrong. But only when it wanted blood. It didn't tell me anything else. It didn't have a personality, just desire for blood.
Please put that in the quotes. It didn't have a personality, just the desire for blood. Oh.
Okay. Do you need help with that? Or do you just need someone else to know?
Yes.
Fair enough.
So I'm an idiot and I didn't write down. What was the name of the factory?
I wrote it down. Blourishes.
I think whoever...
Since then, you would have had time to verify and see that yes, there was a accident report. Not just like there were several from that time.
Yeah. So Koku pulls out a newspaper clipping. I think whoever it was died in one of these accidents.
Okay.
I think maybe if I can understand who they were, maybe I can get more information. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want. I just feel like I need to do something. Like this is something I can do, and I'm not sure if anyone else can.
Well, it's
So I
not in
feel like I
anybody
have
else's
to.
head.
So I'd appreciate some help trying to track it down,
Sure.
and I'd appreciate you not telling Jack and Nilfairy.
Listen, I've had coffee with all three of you at this point, and do any of you know what I talked about the other ones with? Nope, I'm not that girl.
Next scene is me gossiping with Jack.
Oh, 100%, but I didn't say shit.
And then she
No, I'm
started going
kidding.
about some sort of tiger demon? I don't know.
But I seem to have pointed her in the right
Betty
direction.
said communism was bad. Then you're bad.
No, I won't say anything unless you start acting wildly different, or you start, I don't know, changing into a different person, maybe. But until then, my lips are sealed.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, honey, we never think it's going to happen.
I'm going to go through ghost menopause. I meant to say puberty, but
Yeah, I
whatever.
was gonna
Menopause is
I like
fired.
ghost menopause better.
Koku is both the ghost and the machine. Also, did James disappear for anyone else?
Yep.
It's just me?
Yep.
Okay.
We're winding down. I'm not worried about it.
He'll be back. Maybe
Okay.
Poseidon stepped on the power button.
Well, is there anything else you want from that scene?
Nope.
Um,
I'm here if you need me.
so
Like your weird aunt, I guess. Not weird aunt. I'm the cool aunt. Sorry, I'm a cool aunt, not weird. Fuck.
Koku hugs Mina. Everybody getting robot hugs except for Jack because he doesn't want them.
You don't know.
Because he won't
He
admit
won't
that he wants them.
There you go.
All right. I think we are going to go ahead and wind down. We're well past time here.
Yeah, they cut James' internet off early.
Oh,
But our-
Oh no!
Well, we were done anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
we'll do
really
magic
sucks.
item talk next time.
Yeah, yeah. Our what do you call it?
The RP is too
Downtime
good.
stuff usually goes a little long, and
Yeah.
I think we got through most of everything tonight. So yeah, we'll do a brief shopping session next time where we kind of go through what our requisitions are, and then kick off the next chapter.
Sweet.
I had
yeah,
fun.
I'm happy with how everything went tonight. Anyone else have anything last minute to add?
Nope.
Bye.
All right. Good night, everybody. See
Night,
you next
everybody.
time.